Dragons in the skies, fire from the boughs, wisdom flowing fast, ancient temples bow, mountains echo tales, ancestors crying loud, heroes of the past, legends worn proud. On golden silk roads, history unfolds, mystics in the night, secrets they hold, great walls shadow long, warriors in rows, in the courtyard's light, a lotus flower grows. Orchids in the wind, laughter from the light, truth within the sand, cities bathed in might. Tigers leap through time, river serpentine, harmony and chaos living by design. Phoenix rise anew, feathers burning blue, forest whisper soft, mind open and true. Scrolls of hidden art, sages they confide, speaking of the jade, time won't divide. Battles lost and won, emperors do reign, people marching on, dreams still remain. Peasant to the king, stories intertwined, every single soul walking a fine line. Orchids in the wind, laughter from the light, truth within the sand, cities bathed in might. Tigers leap through time, river serpentine, harmony and chaos living by design.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Welcome back. Just gotta. There we go. That's a little bit better. A bit more in frame, I guess. I'll have to sort this out in the future, but it is what it is. It'll be good for now. Welcome, 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 though. Today we are talking to the devil. So it's this live stream is a open live stream for anyone to come up with a question for the devil. So let's bring the devil in. Someone once told me that I look cross-eyed in this mask. I'll have to check back. I think because the eyes are so wide up here that it ends up making me look a little bit dodgy, but it is what it is. The true face revealed. Yeah, so if anyone wants to come up, or if you watch this stream afterwards and you want to leave a comment, go ahead and ask your questions to the devil. Any questions you like. Anything you like. It's free reign today. There's free reign. So now's your chance to ask any questions you like. While I'm waiting for questions from your lovely people, I will talk about my master plan. So I've actually spoken on this previously in other streams where I've said the devil isn't a bad guy, which I kind of relate to this cartoon I once watched. Just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. You know what I mean? Camera can't focus on this mask. It's a bit dodgy. So yeah, the devil, just because he's known as the bad guy, doesn't make him a bad guy. He's just, every story needs a hero and every story needs a villain. And this guy is the villain for the story about God and life. That's all it is. He's not there to win. He's there to push the hero to be the best version of himself. That is all he's here to do. He's not here to overthrow or anything like that. It's just purely, you need a challenge. He's the challenge. Now, can you overcome this challenge? That's the question. Can you overcome the challenge? Can you defeat the darker side of yourself? Not to destroy it, just to defeat it. Because you can never destroy that part of you. That is because this devil guy lives inside everyone. You've got the dark side and the light side to you. But it's about making sure that the darkness doesn't overcome the light and just leave nothing but darkness. You need to have that balance. Like, it's a funny reference I got, but it's a good reference. It's a video I literally saw just the other day. I haven't actually watched this movie. What was it, on YouTube? I haven't actually watched the movie, and I only just saw the clip the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this is so true. Da, 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 da. Alright, it's a 6-minute long video. Oh, no, we won't watch that one. We'll watch this one instead. Hopefully this one's better. Hopefully this one's better. But it basically kind of lets you know that it is about the balance. And we've been given clues. We've been given clues throughout all our lives, in all the movies, in all the TV shows, that life is about balance. So, yeah, I watched this clip the other day and I was like, bam! Spitting fire. Spitting fire. So, let's have a quick presentation. Yeah. It's Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu fucking Panda. Who becomes the Dragon Warrior. And, yeah. Well, watch the video and I'm sure it'll explain most of what I'm about to say.
So, Oogway, this was the one destined to stop me?
A big, fat panda who treats it like a joke.
Do you actually believe this is the warrior destined to defeat me?
You? Him?
Him?
He's a panda. You're a panda.
You're a disgrace to Kung Fu, and if you have any respect for who we are and what we do, you will be gone by morning.
Then why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I probably sucked more today than anyone in the history of Kung Fu, in the history of China, in the history of sucking.
Probably.
Most of this is from the first movie, so I've seen this bit. But the yin and yang bit, that comes in another movie. I think that's in the third movie or something. So hopefully they've put that clip in. It is called yin and yang. So we'll find out.
I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you.
Look, Dragon Warrior.
They totally hate me.
Totally.
How's Shifu ever gonna turn me into the Dragon Warrior?
I'm surprised you remember so little. But you were so little when it happened.
You think knowing will heal you? Huh? Fill some crater in your soul.
Stay down.
I have to get to him.
Then tell me why.
Here's your answer. Your parents didn't love you.
He was there, okay? The peacock was there the last time I saw my parents. He knows what happened, where I came from, who I am. Is this my mom?
Your story may not have such a happy beginning.
But that doesn't make you who you are.
Look how it turned out. You got me, you got Kung Fu, and you got noodles.
It is the rest of your story. Who you choose to be.
Huh?
You are too concerned with what was and what will be.
To make something special, you just have to believe it's special.
It's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
There is no secret ingredient.
It's nothing.
It's just you.
It's just you. Just you.
What?
There is no secret ingredient.
Do you want to learn Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Then I am your master.
Okay.
The universe has brought us the Dragon Warrior.
You're just a big, fat panda.
So, who are you, Panda?
I'm not a big fat panda. I'm the big fat panda.
Skadoosh.
Pro. Skadoosh.
I really should watch these other movies. They're really building it up. It's a really good video, really well done. But the little bit I just wanted to see is just like so far ahead. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm enjoying the video. I hope you guys are too, if you're watching now or in the future.
I like who I am.
You don't even know who you are.
What do you... Of course I do. I'm the Dragon Warrior.
And what exactly does that mean, Dragon Warrior? Oogway saw greatness in you, Paul. More than you can see in yourself. Incredible power awaits you. Power beyond anything you can imagine. Remember, Dragon Warrior, anything is possible when you have inner peace.
Learn Spanish
And
with Real
it
Spanish
had to get
TV.
ruined. It had to get ruined. I was so in the moment there. Right, let's keep going.
Let's finish this.
Kung Fu is dead.
There's no way I'm ever gonna be like you.
I'm not trying to turn you into me. I'm trying to turn you into you.
But I just got Kung Fu.
And now you must save it. Skadoosh! Listen! No!
Look!
Master.
Master, who? You told us who we were meant to be. A father.
A friend. A family.
Who are you?
I've been asking the same question. Am I the son of a panda? The son of a goose? A student? A teacher? Turns out, I'm all of them.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh. I love Jack Black. He does the voice for Kung Fu Panda. Oh,
How did
Poe.
you find peace? I took away your parents. Everything. I scarred you for life.
It is as Oogway foretold.
You finally became the panda you were always meant to be.
You are the Dragon Warrior.
You gotta let go of that stuff from the past, because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
That is why I chose you, Poe. Both sides of the yin and yang.
There we go. Finally. I think that's literally at the end. Literally an
Work
8-minute
today
video.
is broken.
8-minute video just to watch the last 3 seconds where he says, "That's why I chose you." Both sides of the yin and yang. Yeah, I should have played the other video, but it's fine. I enjoyed watching that. That was good. It was quite quite nostalgic. I really loved watching the first Kung Fu Panda movie. I don't think I've seen the second or the third. But yeah, the first one was wicked. It was awesome. Let's see if anyone's got any questions for the devil. Nope, nobody's got any questions for the devil. Even better, I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing, which is chilling. Acting like a villain. What I do. Yeah, let's watch another Kung Fu Panda. I'm feeling it at the moment. I'm feeling the Kung Fu Panda-ness. Share screen. This is why I love cartoons. Cartoons are so good. You know, you guys... Well, not you guys specifically, but there's people out there that take the piss out of cartoons. Oh, you watch cartoons? Right. Trust me, it's better than watching... Was it Home and Away or EastEnders and all the drama and stuff? If you thrive with drama, that's cool. That's a you thing. But, yeah. I like stories where people overcome shit. Let's watch this video now.
Oh, what's going on? Where,
Look, it's the Dragon Warrior.
You don't belong here.
Hey! Open the door! Let me in!
You're a disgrace to Kung Fu, and if you have any respect for who we are and what we do, you will be gone by morning.
You? Him? He's a panda. You're a panda. What are you gonna do, big guy? Sit on me?
Then why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you.
I'm just going to pause it there for a second. I love the beauty of this movie. It's so amazing. He's literally just saying that I want you to make me someone who's not me. And then if you've watched the movie, spoiler alert, at the end, he finds out that there is no secret ingredient. It's just about being you. So he wanted to be someone else, but in the end, he realized he had to be himself. I love it. I love this movie. So good. So underappreciated.
So, Oogway, this was the one destined to stop me.
A big, fat panda who treats it like a joke.
I probably sucked more today than anyone in the history of Kung Fu, in the history of China, in the history of sake.
Probably.
5. Man, you should have seen them. They totally hate me.
Totally.
How's Shifu ever gonna turn me into the Dragon Warrior?
I'm surprised you remember so little, but you were so little.
Yeah, this video's pretty much got the same dialogue as the other one, so I'm not enjoying this one as much anymore. It's a good video, don't get me wrong, but it's just not... It's almost identical to the other one, so I'm just going to skip that for now. Yes, let's see if there's anyone in chat in regards to the... Asking the devil any questions. Nope, nobody's got a question for the devil. Seriously. Nobody's got a single question for the devil. You don't want to know... I don't know. What would you want to ask the devil? What would anyone want to ask the devil? Why did he do it? Why is he the bad guy? Does he like being the bad guy? Anything? No questions? It's all good. It's all good. Don't want to force the questions if you don't have any, but... Yeah, I'll be sitting here for an hour or so. Maybe 2 hours. Just chilling, do my thing, and if anyone wants to come up and ask a question, they're more than welcome to, and more than likely to. If they don't want to come up, you can always pop it in the chat. Ooh. Let me see if I could find the yin yang one properly, where Oogway talks to Po directly, and we could see the full conversation. Uruguay. Alright, here we go. I think this one's a good one. Well, there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. There we go.
Dragon warrior.
Uguay? Whoa! Oh. Yeah. I can't believe it. Oh, you are extra shiny.
And are you?
I know, right? It's like the best cape ever. When I run with it, then it looks really cool.
It suits you. You've grown.
Yeah, I gotta lay off the panda buffet.
Grown up. As I hoped you would when I sent the message to your father.
You sent the universe mail. Whoa!
Yes, because the universe needed you. You finally became the panda you were always meant to be.
But how'd you know I could?
On the first day we met, I saw the future of Kung Fu. And the past. I saw the panda who could unite them both. That is why I chose you, Po. Both sides of the yin and yang. And my true successor.
Me? I can't take that.
Just take it. I have a bigger one.
I mean, you're enlightened and everything. I'm just. Oh, really? Now what do we do?
You tell me.
No! Uguay, don't go!
I'm not going anywhere. I live here.
Oh, right.
It's you who must decide whether to stay or go.
Wait, I can go back?
Who knows? I've never tried.
Let's play.
Make your very own monster.
Okay. I think we'll just end that there. No need to see through the advert because it'll probably be just over. So the reason I brought that up was essentially because I was trying to say how we need to be a bit more balanced in life within ourselves. And within yourself, like I said, you've got the dark and the light. You're not just light. You're not just darkness. You've got both parts within you. It's just finding balance between the two, the light and the dark. You don't want to be just in the light and you don't want to be just in the dark. You want to find that balance within. And yeah, that cartoon illustrates it perfectly. It's just like with the yin and the yang. It's balancing the two together. Because that's what the world needs. It needs balance. It doesn't need one side to destroy the other. Because you can never destroy the darkness. The darkness is always going to be there within people. It's about them understanding that it's there and how to not destroy it, like I said earlier, but how to navigate it. So imagine the darkness as being the sea and the light being a ship. Because, you know, I like my pirate analogies. You need to be able to sail that ship while in the sea. You know, if you fall off, you're going to drown. So you got to stay on the boat in the light. It will show you the way, but you navigate in the depths of the dark sea. I hope this is making sense. Well, I'm sure it is. But still no questions. No questions for the devil. Amazing. I think everyone must understand everything then. Everyone has their full understanding of life. The balance has returned. Cool. So that was a bit of Kung Fu Panda. Let's see what else we got on here. Bleach. If you've ever watched the anime Bleach, I watched it years ago, and ended up going to Comic-Con. Ended up cutting my own hair, cut it short, like that long, so I could do the spiky bits, and I bleached my hair. It turned out like orangey yellow. It was so bad. I ended up bleaching it twice because I've got really dark hair, and it looks so bad, but good at the same time. Bad but good. It was just for Comic-Con. I could have gotten a wig, but I was like, no, fuck it. Do you know what? I don't have many excuses to dye my hair because it's black. It is, and I don't care about the greys. The greys are cool to me. I like the greys. Like I said, life is meant to be about balance, the light and the dark. I've got the light and the dark, like a panda. So yeah, I like the greys. So I don't typically dye my hair or anything. So when I was younger, I was like, this is a way to just be silly and have a bit of fun. So yeah, I dyed my hair. Well, I bleached my hair. I dyed it again. I dyed it afterwards for work, because yeah, I looked so weird. Especially brown guy with blonde hair. It's like, yeah, it didn't suit me. So I dyed it blue, midnight blue, which was cool. It was like black, but in the certain lights, it just looked blue. It was really cool. Don't know why I'm telling you this story, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, it's because I mentioned Bleach, and that reminded me of my Comic-Con days. I loved dressing up for Comic-Con. It was fun. Everyone wants to take your picture and stuff. You get into poses with like similar characters from the same show. There's a big community that does this. I love it. I think there's one coming up in April. Maybe I'll go to that. Maybe I will. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. When cartoon characters gave us a reality check. Interesting. I'm probably going to really enjoy watching this, so let's watch it together while we wait for some brave soul to come up and ask a question in regards to the devil. Whether they've got any questions or not, to be honest. Actually, I just realised I never actually put the StreamYard link in. Let me just pop that in. Here we go. StreamYard link is in. Ask the devil any question you like. Any question you like. Let me just pin that up. Not that the chat's going fast or anything, but it's just good to have it pinned. There we go. And share screen. So this one's got like on the thumbnail it had Avatar, Poe, and Rick and Morty. So this will be an interesting watch. We'll dive into the lessons that people typically miss when they watch these shows.
Life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place. One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it.
We have to do something. We can't just let him march on the valley and take his revenge. He'll...
Your mind is like this water, my friend. When it is agitated, it becomes difficult to see. But if you allow it to settle, the answer becomes clear.
So yeah, settle your mind, find inner peace. And the other one from Avatar was them walking through the cave and him saying that sometimes you don't see the light, sometimes you're walking in the darkness, but you just got to keep moving forward, have faith, have hope, and before you know it, you'll be in a better place. See what I mean? So much wisdom in these cartoons that people just take for granted. Oh, it's a kids show. Oh, it's for kids. It's a cartoon. Bruh.
You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
So what? He's scared of...
I'm not sure if I agree with that last one from Timon. But I get the sentiment. Sometimes you got to look out for number one first, so you can look out for everyone else.
Everyone's scared of love, dipshit. You learn that in your 20s. It takes a very rare, very powerful being to be terrified of happiness. Dumb! You're dumb. That's why you're not scared to be happy. The smarter you are, the more you know. Happiness is a trap. It can't last forever. Let's say you meet the love of your life. Well, it's still going to end. It's inevitable, whether by the slow pull of a disease or the shock of loose footing on a hiking trail, whether it be the corrosion of two personalities that reshape each other until they're incompatible, or maybe the old stranger in a bar who says the things that need to be said to that person that night. The point is, happiness always ends. Best case scenario, think about this. Best case is that you die at the same time.
That's a deep conversation that the guy was just having with him. I think that's a very pessimistic view. Happiness isn't something that you hold on to forever as if it's an external thing. Happiness comes from within. When you see, this is why I like the juxtaposition of using the Kung Fu Panda first and then watching this clip, is the fact that we could see in Kung Fu Panda, it's about overcoming these things, and it's not about finding happiness outside. It's about finding you and being you. As long as you're you, as long as you're being true to yourself, and you are trying your best to go by truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope, then you will find happiness. It's just not going to be in someone else. You could have happiness that you could share with someone else. But yeah, so when he was like, oh yeah, happiness always goes, it's like, no, it doesn't. Only goes if your happiness comes from external things. If your happiness comes from external things, then it will always disappear. But if it comes from within, you're unstoppable.
When you die, not again.
Oh, I love this show. This is such a good show. Final Space. You got to go watch it. Final Space is so good.
Get you. Make me a promise, son. Save the Earth. Nah, you're right. Universe sounds much cooler. What if I can't do it? Try your best.
What if my best isn't good enough?
It's good enough for me.
How did you find peace? I took away your parents. Everything. I scarred you for life.
See, that's the thing, Shen. Scars heal.
No, they don't. Wounds heal.
Oh, yeah. What do scars do? They fade, I guess?
I don't care what scars do.
You should, Shen. You gotta let go of that stuff from the past, because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
100%.
Yes, sir, and it's true. Pharaoh has the power.
Oh, sweet. We got the Prince of Egypt. I just watched this the other day. Awesome.
He can take away your food, your home, your freedom. He can take away your sons and daughters. With one word, Pharaoh can take away your very lives. But there is one thing he cannot take away from you. Your faith.
Never give up hope.
For we will see God's wonders.
Why, half the crew would be...
Oh my god, I haven't seen this. This is a cartoon movie I watched years ago. What was it? Oh, it was so cool. Something about a ship that floats in the sky. Flying ship cartoon. Oh, I should rewatch this actually at some point. Nope. Oh man, what is it called? I gotta know before I carry on. Let's see if the comments should usually help. Oh man, I can't find it. If anyone knows what movie this is, let me know in chat, please. It's like, oh, I'll play it now and you'll see it and hopefully you'll recognize it too.
Spinning in that black abyss.
Look, don't you get it? I screwed up. I mean, for 2 seconds, I thought that maybe I could do something right, but Just forget it. Forget it.
No, you listen to me, James Hawkins. You got the makings of greatness in you. But you gotta take the helm and charge your own course. Stick to it, no matter the squalls. And when the time comes, you get the chance to really test the cut of your sails and show what you're made of. Well, I hope I'm there, catching some of the light coming off you that day.
I figured out what movie that was because he mentioned that kid's name, James Hawkins. It was Treasure Island, which is quite poetic. There we go.
That's all right. Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Noodles? Don't noodles?
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba.
Oh, it's Lion King. Whoa.
That what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king.
Ozzy, take it from an old spectator. Life's not a spectator sport. If watching is all you're gonna do, then you're gonna watch your life go by without you.
I wouldn't kill him because he looked as frightened as I was. I looked at him, and I saw myself.
That was cool.
Go by without you.
You got
Ozzy, take it.
Lion King. You've got Nostradamus, I think. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Not Nostradamus.
I wouldn't kill him because he looked as frightened.
And this one, I think, is How to Train Your Dragon. That was a cool movie as well.
As I was. I looked at him, and I saw myself.
May the Valkyries welcome you and lead you through Odin's great battlefield. May they sing your name with love and fury, so that we might hear it rise from the depths of Valhalla, and know that you've taken your rightful place at the table of kings. For a great man has fallen, a warrior, a chieftain, a father, a friend.
I don't know what. I think this is How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm not the chief that you wanted me to be. And I'm not the peacekeeper I thought I was. I don't know.
You came early into this world. It was such a wee thing. So frail, so fragile. I feared you wouldn't make it. But your father, he never doubted. He always said you'd become the strongest of them all. And he was right. You have the heart of a chief and the soul of a dragon. Only you can bring our worlds together. That is who you are, son.
I was so afraid of becoming my dad. Mostly because I thought I never could. How do you become someone that great, that brave, that selfless? I guess you can only try.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do in life. Try and never give up.
A chief protects his own. We're going back.
Oh, we're going back. Let's just get rid of this. That was cool. That was really cool. I hadn't seen some of those movies in years, and some of them I've not seen at all. But like that last one, I'm not sure that was How to Train a Dragon. He used the same animation style as How to Train a Dragon, but they were talking like about Valhalla and Scotland. I don't think How to Train Your Dragon was set in Scotland. Train your dragon. Scotland? Here we go. Okay, maybe it was How to Train Your Dragon. I haven't seen that in a while either, and I think there's a few different movies for that series at the moment. But yeah, lots of wisdom there. Lots of wisdom. Be yourself. Never give up hope. You know, like I said before, nothing I say is original. It's all stuff that people have said before. It's just people don't pay attention and try and incorporate it into their lives. They're very easy to give up on life. Samir, welcome, says, wow, 2 people in this stream. Sad. Nah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you're here. Do you have a question for the devil? If you could ask the devil one question, what would it be? Okay. Samir can't think of a question. I think the question's too hard. I've given him free reign to ask any question he likes. Alright, it's fine. Do your thing, buddy. But yeah, appreciate you being here. I like haters, lovers, supporters, ninjas, all of you guys. Appreciate you spending time here. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you learned something about hope, never giving up, trusting God, trusting yourself, and always moving forward. Always moving forward. Cool. Sweet. Yeah. As I was saying before I was distracted by my internets, I am the devil. I like to do bad things for good reasons. I like to enjoy life. I like to grow. I like to challenge people. Why am I a bad guy? Why am I the bad guy? Yeah, Samir's definitely not got a question. He's just here for the lols. Samir, I'm pretty sure I've seen you on Big Nose's stream, if I remember correctly. I think your name's come up on there quite a bit. Samir, let me just check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you. Well, you're more than welcome to stick around, but give me a question at least. Give me a question at least, bruh. Bruh. Honestly. Anyone can throw insults or little jabs or jives. Jibes? Is jibe a thing? Maybe. Anyone could throw those. I could throw them back at you, bro. I could go, Samir, wow, you have no life. All you do is watch streams. Wow. You know what I mean? Anyone could throw jibes. Like, if you want to play that game, we could play that game, no problem, bro. But it's just, if you got a question, you can ask the question. If you don't have a question, you can just sit back and just relax. Enjoy the stream. Enjoy the show, you know? Since you've got nothing else to do, you might as well just enjoy it. Or was that too much truth for you? Did that truth hurt you? Are you like, oh no, he sees through me. Oh no, he knows I have no life and all I do is sit on the internet watching streams. Oh, that got rid of him. Oh, people are funny. People are funny, I swear to God. It's like, I've called myself the devil. I've said you could come up here and ask a question, and the matey goes, wow, 2 people in the stream. Sad. Actually, there's only 1 person in the stream. The other person is me, because I need the separate screen so I can actually read your comments while I've got the big screen up. So yeah, there was only 1 person in the stream. But yeah, now there's only me. Which I don't mind. I don't mind it just being me. Okay? I like people. I'd like to talk with people. But if nobody wants to talk to me, that's fine. That's a them problem. It's not a me problem. I'm good either way. I know who I am. The devil. Alright, cool. Let's see. What should I talk about? I'm gonna take the mask off for a little bit. If we get any... Oh, wait, someone's come in. Does someone... Is that you again? Oh, Madness of Life. Madness, do you have a question for the devil? If you could ask the devil 1 question, Damien. 1 question. What would you ask him? Are the Samir from Us on Nose channel? Yes, I think so. His name looked familiar. Yeah. Damien, do you have any questions for the devil? Am I going to hell and will there be lots of sex there? No, not in hell. You want to get to heaven for that. Hell would be a bit more... It would be... your mind being erased and you coming back to the earth without any idea of who you are and having to work it all out again. That would be hell. Heaven would be coming back, knowing who you are and being able to do what you need to do in life. Whatever you want. What makes your heart happy. In regards to you, are you going to hell? That depends. That depends, sir. I think he's just joined in the backstage. Yes, he did. What up, Damien?
Hey, demand.
Did you manage to do your laundry?
What a late night. No.
Oh, come
No.
on. You had 1 job.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, I think it was a long night, wasn't it? I mean, we did. I looked on the thing afterwards. Well, no, it wasn't a long night, but it was 6 hours.
Yeah.
So, which is fine. So I think I think I went to bed. I watched some after I got off the thing too. I watched something. Do you know News Nation with Ross Coulthard?
Never heard of it.
So I watch a lot of his stuff.
Mm.
Russ Coulthard. He's an Aussie journal. Does a lot of stuff on UFOs. and basically he's kind of this website called a YouTube channel called News Nation.
Mm.
But they're actually they're a media outlet, so there's not just on that, but that's where his stuff comes up. So he interviews a lot of alleged whistleblowers. So there's a new thing that popped up
So
on
that's
that, and I thought I'll watch that. And
so you ended up watching that till really
sorry,
late, and that's why you couldn't do the
but
laundry.
it was
It
only
wasn't
a half
me.
an hour.
The 6 hours you spent with me wasn't the reason
So
you couldn't do laundry.
it was me, damn it. So no, it was only a half an hour long, and to be quite honest, this guy he messed up the audio
Mm.
in the actual interview, so you could only hear his side clearly,
And the other side you had
volume,
to
and the
hear
other
from the other side. Yeah.
it was really quiet, and I just thought, oh, can't be doing this. So I mean, it's still interesting. So I did that, and then I went to bed, and then I got up about 2. Um, no, it's totally fine. I will do it. I'm not going to hang around long because I'm going to go and have a shave and a
Shave, you've
bath.
got nothing there. This could use a well, no, I'm never shaving
No,
this.
no, I need to. No, yeah, no, I want to just kind of have a shave in the bath and just kind of get out fresh clothes for tomorrow. So,
Oh yeah, for your trip. Are you leaving early?
I leave about midday-ish.
Okay, cool.
Midday to 1, and it's going to rain all day, so I have to bring the umbrella with me.
You don't
no,
drive,
what I did
then
was,
I take it you go by train?
no. I get 452 bus from my area.
Bus. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to take me to Vauxhall, and then I get another bus, which is only a short 10-minute ride up to me outside the house. So no, what I did, I got up and I went out and I had a walk around the market because Saturday we have a big market here, had a walk around the market, said a few hellos on the way, and then I went and had a coffee, seen a few people I knew at the coffee shop, and there's a guy
So this is
there,
what you
the
did today?
attitude. This is what I did today, yeah.
Instead of doing your laundry.
And, the issue with the laundry, demand that is it's the last service is like a particular time, 5 or 6, and because it gets dark quite early, I don't want to be rushed going to the laundry in the dark,
Okay.
So unless
You might lose a couple of socks on the way home and not realize it.
Well, I have done that before.
Yeah.
I have been walking down the street before, and things have dropped out of the bag. And I have a vague memory of one time somebody coming down to, oh, sorry,
Are these your underpants?
All right, okay. Well, are these your underpants? Your teeth usually are your teeth out. I'm actually I'm quite conscious when I put everything in the bag, what's on top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that what can drop out onto the floor in the sense of trying to avoid embarrassing moments. But so no, I did that, and I went to town, had a coffee. I sat at my coffee table. This guy was sat the next one who I doesn't speak to me. He's got right. I used to be friendly with him, and we haven't spoken, and he was with people that spoke to me, and that's always an issue. Do you know what I mean? So, but he's not particularly pleasant. But then he got up and hit.
Why are you?
Yeah.
Why are you focusing on him if he's not that pleasant? Why are you thinking about him?
I know he's not. I know. No, he fell out with me a year ago because I wouldn't give him my phone. I was tired one day, and he's very full on, and he just needs your full attention all the time. And he was saying something to me, and he was going, "Oh, you should Google it, David." And I said, "Sorry, David, I'm just not really interested." Sorry to be, yeah.
You're just not. You weren't on the same vibe. You weren't talking about something that you both enjoy.
Well, it was just on that day more than anything. I was tired, and he was he just goes on and on and on about something.
Oh, really, Damien? Really, Damien? I wonder what that feels like.
I know. I know. I am aware.
This is why I say. This is why I say when you meet people, they usually reflect what you need to kind of work on yourself. So if you were getting annoyed at this about him, maybe it's something that you need to think about as well. So you
I know.
You were really interested in whether you're going to hell or not.
Well, I'm starting to think that that's probably where I'm going. I think that maybe I'm going to the gay hell.
Gay hell. Well, that's your
Yeah.
heaven, though, isn't it?
Well, if they've got 7 heavens, there's got to be
7 hells.
hells as well,
Yeah.
isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, maybe I'm going to stay 33 years of age down there, so I look a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm going to be a permanent age or something, So I don't know. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where I'm letting go. At this point, the man, I don't even know if I'm getting up in the morning, Jim.
Well, you did. You did. So be thankful. God decided that today is another day for you, another chance.
Yeah, yeah. One more day.
One more day to
at a
try
time.
and
One
fix
day
it.
at a time.
That's it.
One
That's
day
it.
at a time. Sweet Jesus,
People make plans for 20 years in the future. They never get to see it. Like, forget that shit. Just think about the day in front of you and just rock on. But would you be sad if you went to hell?
Only if I'm burning. I mean, I like a good. As if there's a shop there where I can get a bit of sun cream with factor 50, I'll probably be factor 150. Um, look, this is the
So no
issue
pain.
for me.
You want to avoid pain.
No pain, yeah. That's what I was going to say. The issue for me, I've no tolerance for pain. So if you put me in somewhere where, my skin's going to burn and another one is going to come on, like the Islam say, anywhere where that's that. I mean, I know it's not going to be a party just by its very nature, So
what if hell isn't some place you go to afterwards? What if it's a part of your life where you're walking through the fire in order to get to somewhere better?
I don't particularly believe hell is a physical place.
Yeah. So what would you?
I definitely not
would you walk?
Of it,
What I'm asking is, would you walk through the fire if it was something in life you had to do, or would you go and choose the comfort?
Oh, I would always choose the comfort. I'm a person of convenience. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I do like my comfort, and I'm lazy, and I don't want to be put out. You know what I mean? So sometimes I kind of like tomorrow, for example. I'm recognizing that I have to do the right thing by going and making a visit. Even though I could easily quite not do it. Do you know that kind of way? There's part of me that think, oh no, I can't be. But there's that other part of me that thinks, no, Damien, sorry, you haven't seen your mother since May. You've got to just get off your arse and just go over and do the right thing. So that's
and you'll feel better, and you'll feel good after it, right?
Yeah. I feel less guilty after it.
That's why you got to walk through the fire. That's why you got to walk through the fire.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, only as long as.
What's that?
As long as I've got boots on that aren't going to melt. I don't want blistering feet, man. Do you know what I mean? That's the main issue.
Who cares about blistering feet? Trust me.
I don't want.
I've had blistering fleet. I've had blistering feet.
I was just going to say that's what you said. Blistering fleet.
Blistering fleet. I've had those before, and yeah, it's painful to walk on, but they heal. They heal. And if you were here for earlier, where we were watching the cartoon videos, there was this part in Kung Fu Panda where the guy's like, I took away your family, I took away your hope, I took away everything that you cared for. How are you still okay? And he goes, scars heal. Then he goes, no, scars don't heal. And then he goes, wounds heal. And then he goes, scars fade.
And that's true. That's very true. Scars don't heal.
No, but they fade. You know, but they fade. The scars aren't there forever.
Yeah. Well, generally, I mean, I've got a scar on my lip where I got bitten by a dog when I was about 5. So the scars stay with you. The actual
but it fades, right? It's not as prominent as it was when it first
happened. No, it won't be. No, but the wound heals.
Yeah.
Or becomes bearable. But the scar, we're all scarred in some way by something or other. But we still kind of get off.
Do you get pain?
Alive, it doesn't.
Do you get pain from the scar or the wound?
Well, I think in the immediate, it's pain from the wound. And
exactly. The scar isn't painful. The scar isn't painful. It's just a reminder of what happened. It's just a way of looking back
well,
and
no, discard.
it's a way of looking back at
Yeah,
life and
well,
just
it's not
going, yes, this
discard.
happened. It's still not affected me. Like it's not that it's still not affected me. It doesn't affect me like it did when it first happened, because that was a wound when it first happened. Now I'm looking back on it. It's more of a scar, and I can look at it and I can analyze it and I can go, okay, it's healed, but I can remember the lessons from that situation.
Well, I don't know if it's about if I was applying that to myself, I don't know if I'd be thinking about lessons. I was just thinking, oh my god, that was completely mad. What was going on? Why didn't somebody rescue me?
Because you were supposed to rescue yourself.
You know, like as a child.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
in all sorts of situations. Because as a child, there was situations where I was like ready to end it all. I remember this one time I must have been about 7 or 8, and I was so angry with everything. I don't remember what the argument was about, but
Right, it says a lot.
Yeah, exactly. When we're kids, we have to try and overcome these things because we take everything a bit more personally. So I ended up doing something silly, but it kind of woke me up a little bit, which was I got a scarf and I wrapped it around my neck and I just tried to suffocate myself, end myself, as it were.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but when I was about 7 or 8. So at that point, it was because as I tightened it, it kind of made the blood flow kind of slow down to the brain, and it kind of made me woozy. And as I got woozy, I let go of the scarf, and it was kind of a lesson in that. I could have taken it as just oh yeah, fuck life, no one's gonna come save me, and life is horrible. But I realized that, like in life, we wrap scarves around ourselves and we're pulling it tighter. It's only when we let go of that we can end up breathing and end up coming back.
I totally agree. I totally agree about the whole thing about letting go. What's that? There's a saying around that about. I can't. There's a saying with those words in it about. I don't know if it's letting go of letting go, let go, or something. There's some phrase that I've come across before, but yeah. Well, my kind of thing is. Well, I don't. Where I go, I'll see, like kind of a little bit abstract, but I'll see something. I think, oh, I don't like that, and then I'll move on somewhere else. Like so, basically, after I left for the coffee shop, I went to this Moroccan food place, which I generally go on a Saturday, and because they have couscous on Saturdays, and I have lovely fish, and he does this stunning vegetables, like really fabulous. I mean, it's just great meal, and a mint tea with jasmine, and it only cost me a tenner. And but when I go there, and Jamal, the guy there, is like, "Oh, Damien, how are you, my friend?" And then my other friend that I showed you last night, the Muslim woman, Shanaz.
The one with the blue lipstick.
Yeah, well, yeah. One day it's Ukraine, and next day it's Palestine.
Oh, is that what it was?
So that's what it is. That's what she does. So she was sat at the cafe because there's a cafe there, and then he's in the car mobile thing. So I went and sat with her first. Hi, Shanaz, how are you? And it's because of her I got my money. She's the one that referred me to the sisters. I gave her £100, but I think she wanted more. But well, I know she did, but I just didn't allow her to go there. But the point about it is that when I go into Jamal's energy, I feel very I can just be there. I can feel his energy, and I think that's kind of the thing of sometimes you can notice things and think, right, that's not nice, or that energy of that person is quite whatever, and you just can just think, right, okay, I can notice it, I can observe it, but I don't need to engage it,
Why not?
And then I go to this other way. But why? But yeah, I know you say embrace the chaos, but why do I want to?
Because I'll explain.
Yeah.
I say why not? Because what you're doing is you're running from the battle in front of you, where you can overcome something within yourself, and you're running to someone else who has some light that can give you some kind of hope. That hope's inside you. That hope is always inside you. This is one of the things I've said on this channel. What I started off with as well. I was like, parts of us is the light and the dark. Sometimes the darkness tries to overtake the light, but that light is still within you. And if you find that light within you through the overcoming these challenges, having these difficult conversations with these difficult people, that will shine your own light within yourself, and then you could be the one that spreads the light for everyone.
I do agree. I do agree with yourself. So,
oh, hey, careful! You're agreeing with the devil here.
Yeah, I know that's a worry. That is a worry. That is a concern. No, I do agree with you. I do get the point in the sense of the more you face these things, the lesser they have a hook on you.
Exactly.
The less they're hooked into you, and so you're letting one hook out. You're losing hooks.
Yeah.
Because you're coming more further within your own light, because that darkness is not draining your light anymore. Basically.
No, because you're illuminating yourself. You're illuminating the darkness within that other person that may be trying to give you more darkness, but now you're illuminating them a little bit.
Yeah, but sometimes, sometimes the man, I just got to say, some people are just fuckers. You know what I mean? You just got to think, sorry, I just can't be arsed.
I get it. I mean? So, I get it, but I think,
and I can go somewhere where I can feel the value of other people.
No, for sure. But you don't feel the value of yourself though. That's the thing. If you go to other people that see your value, you're not seeing your own value. You're only seeing your value through the eyes of others. So if you were able to stay in that situation, push through it, and
I get the point you're making. I would kind of agree, but I wouldn't totally agree.
I get it. I get it. Some people are assholes, but everything in life happens for a reason. The people that you meet, you meet for a reason. Sorry?
Yeah, you're probably right, but I just don't have the time to try and make all these people be somebody else.
No, you don't have to. You just be you.
You know what I mean?
You just carry on being you, but you're doing it with truth, love, compassion, contentment, and humility and hope. And that's not just for the people around you, but it's also for yourself. You're like, okay, the truth is that I want to leave this conversation. I want to leave this person's energy. Why do I want to leave?
I don't see this person off as being an issue. It's not. If it was something, there was a couple of times recently. I thought, they're being a bit arsey now. I was actually, you know what I mean. I just thought, they're trying to be a fucker, and I want to stand up and say, what's your effing problem? Do you know what I mean? Because I feel they're crossing the line. So, and I even thought, this could play out in a way where I could say something and then the police could come and say, did you say that to this man? This guy's 75. You know what I mean? I know, which kind of makes me sound like a bully, doesn't it? Really?
Well, you're not far off 75 yourself, are you?
But I just see my mum tomorrow and say, like, this is what the devil said to me last night. This is the advice I was saying, stop the devil. You know? But no, so yeah, no, I think the point I'm making, I do get the point you're making, and it is a kind of a point that I hear, through the years, like, what you're avoiding is what you're is where the learning and the growth is.
Exactly. What you're doing right now is you're trying to rationalize an excuse.
Well, no, but on another level, do I want to go? This is kind of like a bit like what I said to you about step 4, in AA, and why I dropped it. So it's kind of linked into that. It's like, do you want to go through all the murk?
Yeah, but if you don't go through the murk, the reason I say this is because you're obviously trying to be on a spiritual journey. You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to become the best version of you, or no?
Not really. No. Well, I think.
Really?
I think.
So, what is your desire? What are you doing? What are you trying to figure out? What is this whole journey about?
Well, it's. I kind of passed that stage, man. And I think I'm just at a stage, really, of making the day work for me. Do you know what I mean? So, kind of like I said, I recognize that by tomorrow going over and giving effort and showing love to my mother, that's important. And more important, it's so important for me, but it's important for my mom, because she's of a certain age. She keeps reaching out. So it's doing those. They're the things that um, are just important. But I'm not important for people who aren't aware. This particular person I'm talking about, I had the issue with. I've kind of have tried with him, and then he was kind of RC in front of other people, in front of staff at the coffee shop. And I just thought, oh, sorry, I just don't need it. So there's a part of me, yes, you're probably right. There's a part of me that thinks I just say it along. Do you know what I mean? And try and avoid these kind of demons that kind of into my sphere here and there.
Mm.
And I think really what I think really the point is there's enough of light without me having I do encounter enough light without me having to go into the dark. It's just very draining, and I think I'm just kind of my kind of thing is just making the day work, get up and try to do the things I need to get through the day, trying to keep it in the day. And that's also very AA. Keep it simple, keep it in the day. Some people are trapped. Do you know?
Yeah, but within that day,
I mean,
you
not
must have some
giving up.
kind of goal. Like that's what I'm saying. For me, personally, because I could only talk about
No,
myself.
just get through the day and basically not kill somebody.
Okay, so you just want
And
to barely survive.
Well, just to make the day work, not to throttle myself, not to take my own life, not to kill
Do you want
somebody
happiness?
else,
Do you
not
want
to lose.
joy? Do you want?
No, not after anything like that. No.
So
Well, it's very simplistic. I'm not chasing anymore.
So why do you go on these?
Man. Your things.
I'm just confused. Why you go onto these like Dawa channels? What you trying to learn? What you trying to accomplish? What you trying to
I want to
achieve?
wake them up. I'm doing it to wake them up. I have a strong enough belief in my own stuff that I've learned over the last however long. Things have happened that I believe or I feel I know that they're completely on the wrong path. Do you know what I mean? And they're and I want to wake up and say, guys, wake up before it's too late.
But
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
How can
you are a devil?
Exactly. How can you say that How can you say that you are there to wake them up if you are refusing to?
Hold on. You're the devil, so I'm going to pray.
You're putting some white sheet on your white tissue.
Speak to me, Satan. Speak to me, Satan.
Yeah. So you say that you're there to wake people up, but I'm confused as to.
I'll be satisfied.
I'm confused as to why you would think that you are able to wake them up because from their perspective, you're a gay man who isn't.
Am I? Oh my god.
Well, used to be. I don't know. I was gonna say used to be a gay man, but I'm not 100% sure. So I
never knew that. Yeah.
So yeah, you used to be, or you either still are a gay man.
1%.
1% gay. Cool.
Although a lot of people would like to make it 100%, but it's only 1%.
Cool. That's not the main point. The point is essentially that these Muslims who maybe have a good, healthy life where they've got the vision of a family and a future and all the nice things that kind of like community-wise, why would they listen to you when you are saying that you are just barely getting through the day?
They may not.
No, but I'm trying to understand.
Yeah,
like,
they may not.
Where's your perspective coming from? That
my perspective comes from sharing my experiences and try to make them critically think. It kind of goes back to the point I said last night about how everything is all organized for them in the whole way they live.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say, sorry, can you not see that everything is dictated for you so that you don't have to think for yourself, and how you're missing out by not thinking for yourself. So I kind of come from that.
You're kind of doing the same thing, I think. You said earlier that you are just trying to get through the day, and you're not trying to elevate yourself or grow anymore. You just want to get through the day. So you're trying to not think either. You're trying to stay in this comfort zone where you could just sail through the day.
I would agree.
For them, their comfort zone. For them, their comfort zone is the Quran and the rules. That's their comfort zone. That's why they don't stray outside of it and they don't think about anything outside of that. But I think that you're doing
Yeah.
something similar with your understanding of your goal for the daily thing. Is it just to have the comfort throughout the day, or do you want the struggle to grow and be better than you were yesterday?
It's just to get through the day, mate. You know what I mean? It really is
And then
simple.
the Muslims are going to say the same thing to you then. They're going to say it's
Yeah.
just to get through life. We follow these rules just to get through life. It's our comfort.
Yeah, but if they don't, like here's how I work. A little thing. So I met this woman today, and I know her, right? She's a lovely, lovely, lovely woman. I know her husband as well. They're both from that community. I think they're from Mauritius or somewhere like that. Yeah, and they're Christians. They're born again Christians, and they're very devout. You know, and I know them. You know, well, they sell antique, or they sell vintage stuff in the market. And the Roland, the husband, I've always just liked him and her. I just always felt very drawn. Now they were trying to convert me before I even got into the whole speakers. Before I even got into the whole speakers corner thing, they were talking about can we pray for you, and then trying to like all this kind of stuff. I was all really why? Sorry. And so, but they were lovely people, and I met their family, and I thought, I like these people. And now the relationship they have has broke down. You know, and Michelle is on her own, and her husband just for a year and a half just won't speak to her, and there's nothing's happened. You know, and they've been married like probably 40 years. You know what I mean? They have 3 grown-up children, 4 grown-up children, and Michelle is just so lovely. She's just like, oh, I don't know what to do, Damien. I tried everything, blah blah blah. But they're very into the Bible and the Christianity. So I had a bit of a chat with her today, and I say, oh, Michelle, I hope it kind of gets easier. Maybe there's something going on with him, and he's just not able to tell you. You know, we don't know why somebody just changes. You know? So they're living in this space, same space, but with silence, not acknowledging. You know what I mean? It can be very easy. So I was mentioning to her, I mean, do you go onto YouTube and yeah, I said go to the internet, and she said, oh, so just YouTube, and I thought, oh, good, that's what I really wanted to talk about, and I mentioned God Logic, you know, and so I started to talk about God Logic. I said, go and have a look, him, and because I just kind of felt that by her listening, maybe when she kind of becomes aware, it just might give her a lift, because that's her belief system anyway. Do you know what I mean? I mean, she see all the stuff that God Logic is going on and doing, so it's kind of that thing.
I think God Logic is probably a bad. I'm not looking. I would say God Logic is a bad thing to suggest to her, because God Logic is just about tackling the Islam issue. From most of the content I've seen, he's just focused on trying to prove how everything else is illogical.
Yeah, but he's not.
There's plenty of Christian channels that are there about lifting you up and making you closer to Jesus.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That sounds like something she needs in her life right now. She needs that hope. She needs that understanding to get through to her husband and, you know, rebuild that bridge, whatever caused that collapse. But
I don't know.
Sending her to God Logic is only just going to get her more into this whole Islam is this and comparing Islam to Christianity.
I think the point I'm making is that the situation with my health, even though it's not, you know, it does take its toll on me. So that's really my day is very much about simple things, about making a meal. Like I said before, it's about all just the very basic things of maintenance. It's and maintaining myself. That's really where it's about.
But that's bad. Do you not see that as bad? You're not.
But it just hurt me.
It's a conversation I had on Big Nose's channel with Chris Maddie.
Yeah.
He was saying life is about survival, and I said no, it's not about survival. It's about thriving. You don't want to just survive. You want to thrive. Survival is just making it through.
Yeah, but Chris, what I would say, my thinking was very different when I was 37, 36. You know what I mean? So I'm coming from a place, you know, where I'm approaching 59. I have had, you know, very high peak points. You know, I've traveled, you know,
you showed the videos yesterday.
Amazing travel. You know, I've done an amazing travel. I've had a brilliant, you know, comparatively speaking, I've had a great acting career. With, you know, I've had some very good stuff. I didn't have a great acting, that wasn't like wow, but I did have, you know, I did have some moments. You know, so I'm just on I'm a slower burner now, and it's just kind of trying to. I don't have that. Oh, I want to. I'm not. I don't have that same drive as I had then. My drive is different because
What's your
of
drive?
my
But
situation.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is your
My drive,
drive just to
yeah, yeah.
survive, just to get through the day? Because honestly, I I live day by day, but I do have
Yeah,
like hope for the future, in the sense that
yeah,
I've got
yeah, but
I've got a million
you're
different plans.
37, 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the age doesn't
you know what I
matter.
mean. So it's a different.
There's a lot of people that will go, "Oh, you're 36. You've missed your chance. You're coming into the 40s now, and then soon you know what I mean." A lot of people can
Mm.
switch the narrative. Yeah, you're 57. No, what are you? Sorry, how old are you?
Me.
Yeah,
Thanks for that. Yeah, no, I'm coming up 59 next month.
59. Cool.
I think if I'm honest, I feel there's part of me. I'm waiting to hit 60. I'm looking forward to hitting 60
That's 20
because I
years.
feel that when I hit 60,
I think 49.
what?
Sorry, no, that's another 10 years. That's another 11 years. So for the next 11
That's
years, you're
not.
just happy.
That's another year, the man.
Oh, 59. Sorry, yes. Yeah, just 60.
But thank you. I think I'm looking forward to. I'm 59 next month. So I'm a year away from 60.
Mhm.
And so I'm now. If you looked at my mother, I mean, she's a typical example of what you're saying to me, trying to get me to think. She's traveling all the time. She's never off a plane or a dance floor, and she's 77.
That's
You know
it.
what I
You
mean?
know, she's enjoying her life.
Even
She's looking
yeah, no, she
forwards.
doesn't. My mom, yeah, it's great. But I think I'm just quieter, within myself. Within myself, I think I'm just. I don't have. I don't crave things. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of looking forward to, getting 60 because I kind of feel that I don't. The government will get off my back. That's
Okay.
one biggie. Do you understand what I mean? In
Yeah.
the sense of trying to get me back into work and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
I think the world is in a very, very dark place anyway. So I think my little problems and my kind of lack of whatever, in comparison to everything else that's going on, really, I'm just watching the world destroy itself,
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. It
and,
sounds like you're
I'm
destroying
trying to help
yourself at the
them.
same time. Slowly, but surely. Like, I like the
I
fact that
know,
you
I
go
know,
out. I like the fact that you go out to cafes, speak to people. That's good, but you're missing so many opportunities of getting to know yourself better,
to do what?
to figuring out what your capabilities really are and how much you can enjoy life, even if you are doing the simple things. Like, I'm not saying you have to start traveling the world by yourself now and for the next 10 years you're just doing nothing but travel. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying have some
All right, I'm
kind
going to
of
sign up for Elon Musk's page.
space.
I'm going to sign up for the next rocket to the bloody moon or something.
No, he's going to Mars.
You know,
He's going to take you to Mars.
I look at this is like I'm just I don't have a big drive. I don't. It's very simple. It is just for me at the moment. It's just where I'm at the moment. It's very simple things. It's just maintaining my health, maintaining my home, trying to keep clean, eat a decent meal. So I have a routine. So like
Yeah,
when I
but
went to this
that's
place today.
that's one aspect of your life that you're focused on. But there's other aspects too that I kind of highlighted earlier. That's what I was trying to get you to focus on a bit more. Is the fact that you go to these Muslim streams, you go to God Logic and all these other different streams. You've watched that stream last
I go,
night,
yeah,
so you
yeah. I go to. I
you've got
don't
energy for
participate
certain
in
things.
like I did.
And
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't go on them anymore.
but the other day you were
They
like, oh,
keep dropping videos like no.
you were talking about making notes
You're,
for
you're,
you. Hold up, you were saying
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you were saying the other day you want
I
to
want.
start making notes and stuff so that you can
Yeah,
answer these questions
I want
better.
to. I want to be.
So you've got a
No,
drive there for wanting to grow in that aspect, right?
I have. Yeah, I have a drive for learning about the religious subject and being able to argue not in a when I say argue, debate and show people where I think they're incorrect and say I'm sorry, but look at this, and so that's a drive. Yeah, I would. I just a part of the thing I would like to think I want to see Islam and Muslims wake up to become enlightened and think, oh my God, Now, whether that means to come to Christ, I don't know. But,
What if they're the
to
ones who?
recognize,
What if they're the ones who are already enlightened, and maybe it's the Christians that need to become
well,
enlightened?
this is kind of what I meant when I said to you yesterday about what I do feel with Muslims. We are very heart orientated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I do recognize that, as opposed to, the middle class white academics. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I do recognize that. Um, it's just something that's where I'm at the moment. I think I'm kind of in a
That's
bit
part of
of
spiritual growth. That's what I'm saying. That's part of your spiritual growth. And you could learn
yeah.
all the scriptures. You could go the spiritual. I wouldn't even call that spiritual growth. Actually, that's a mistake.
It's not. It's religious. No, it's religious. It's
Yeah, it's
religious. It's not
academic. It's
spiritual.
just more
Yeah.
brain, no heart. So yeah,
Oh, my heart is gone.
your heart never
At the
dies.
bottom of the garden, being eaten by the mice. Yeah.
Once your heart dies, you die. So the heart isn't gone. There's always hope. There's always light. You just got to find it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to just do the intellectual growth, you could do that anytime. You could sit down and study. That's all good. But if you want the spiritual growth, if you want to find truth, then you need to dive deeper into yourself. And you need to do that by challenging yourself when you have these situations or these people that you're like, oh, God, I can't do with your energy right now. Just take a minute and just try and overcome that feeling and overcome. You can walk away afterwards, but you're not walking away because you're like, oh, I want to run away from this. You're walking away because you're like, I tried. I'm at a dead end.
Wow.
Now I'll turn around and walk away because now I've explored this part. I've learned that in this dead end, there's this beautiful mural that I would never have seen. And now I can walk backwards and go back on my track.
I think a lot of the time these people that I have issues, when it comes to these issues come up, they're very much personality clashes. And the personalities are very same. My personality would be very, very similar to theirs. I recognize that, you know what I mean? So, but there just comes a point. I think a few people said to me basically what you said, and were saying, Damien, why don't you just speak to him and blah, 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 blah. And my answer was, I just can't be bothered. It's as simple as that. It's just like, I can't. He just mean enough to me to be bothered. I probably only knew him for about a year before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see my point?
Some
he
people,
wasn't somebody that was.
There's some people I've only met like twice, but I'd still give them the time, and I would still, if they've turned up in front of my path again, at some point in the future, and they want to talk to me, and I really don't like them, or I just didn't have a good experience with them in the past, I will reset. I will come from zero, and I'll be like, okay, let me see what I need to learn, because obviously this person's come back in my path for a reason. Like I said, for me, I think that everything happens for a reason. When I went to Speaker's Corner first, and the Muslims were all coming up to me and trying to argue with me, I was okay with it. I was like, they're shouting in my face. They were trying to do this whole big show for the audience, and I was like, cool. This is something I need to learn to overcome. Idiots that aren't actually trying to have a conversation with you, but are just trying to pander for the audience. So
I tell you where I am now, Damon. This is the thing that we're at. Now I don't go on the streams anymore. I'm kind of past that in the sense of the Muslim streams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And basically a lot of the stuff I did before, they're dropping now, like nose,
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting very good value out of my old content.
Yeah.
I don't have that need anymore to go on, and I know what I need to know in relation to Islam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say Muslims are bad people. I know enough, to come to the conclusion that they're not. So obviously, but I think where I'm at now is I'm kind of moving into the watcher.
Okay.
The position.
Yeah, you could go to the watcher position, but don't forget the watcher doesn't live life. The watcher watches life. We actually. And the thing is, it depends on what you like in life. Whether you want to be involved and live life and have life, or do you want to just watch life go by? And sometimes, don't get me wrong, I like to go into the watching phase. I do like to watch people and come up with stories of where they're going, what they're doing, whatever. Yeah. Watching is good, but at some point you want to also be involved in life. You want to be like, you go out to the coffee shop, you have conversations with your friends.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, a watcher would sit there by themselves and watching everyone else have conversations. But you obviously want to be part of the life. You want that life. You want that spark of life in you, right?
I met this guy today. It's very interesting.
Who, the
And
devil?
he sat beside me. Well, as well as the devil. And he sat beside me where I was eating. And so I was at this mobile Moroccan van having very nice food. And he sat beside me and we started talking. And he lives in the area. And he, he told me he made ceramics. He had been to college to learn about ceramics.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the conversations about it. And he knew some people I knew, you know. And then he's very quick to, oh, sorry, I live around the corner. You should come around. Do you want to come around my house? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
I'm like, seriously? You know, kind of thing. And then I managed to take his phone number. I didn't want to. I was trying to avoid saying, look, I'll see you next time. You know, he's trying to commit me to just make the contact with me. And then I said, okay. So I took his phone number, and then I sent him a text on WhatsApp saying, you know, hi. And then he sent me back all these pictures of all this stuff that he's made. I mean, he's an amazing. He's got his own brand name. He makes really beautiful pottery with beautiful glazes. You know, it's really stunning. And he was showing me, and he's got his own, you know, name stamp for all his pottery. So, and so we were having the chat, and it was an interesting thing. And I thought, maybe he doesn't seem. I don't feel challenged by him, so I feel safe with him. So I feel I might kind of explore a bit with him, you know. So you're pretty much, yeah. I get your point, Devin. I don't feel
that means that you're
that's
not going to
right.
be a watcher. That means you're not a watcher at that point when you're thinking about exploring and figuring out where's this going to go.
Yeah, no,
You're
yeah.
living
But
life.
but what I would say is, I think I'm discerning.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
I'm just going to play this quick. I'm just going to play this clip quickly. We watched this earlier, but I think you might have missed it. It's just a 5-second clip. Just listen to what the guy's saying.
From an old spectator. It's not a spectator sport. If watching is all you're gonna do, then you're gonna watch your life go by without you.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I'm a spectator. I've always been a spectator.
Yeah, but you don't have to stay a spectator. That's the point. The point is that at any point you could join the game. You could join life and live life and explore and find yourself, find other people.
Yeah, but that my kind of instant response would be, what is wrong with being a spectator?
You watch your life go by.
For me, life is a spectator sport.
But you just watch your life go by.
What's wrong with that?
If you're happy to, if your desire is to just do that, then that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want to do. I'm just trying to see if there is something deeper, because you are saying certain things that where you are trying to have life. You want to engage with life. You don't want to just watch. So you're doing certain things that where you're engaging. You're going, learning all these things to engage with Muslims.
Very much I do things very much by book. So I get plans. So I was kind of like, I've sorted this out. So I got my money. You know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to get that really. So I have a few appointments coming up from February. You know, they're coming out.
You said yesterday, yeah.
Fix all the issues, and then I've got a couple of medical appointments. So by the end of February, and I want to get some new winter clothes. I want to go out and buy an Aran, very simple stuff, but like an Aran sweater, because I have the one winter jumper, and every day everybody cafe sees me, I have the fucking jumper on again. So I want to get something I can change and maybe a new winter jacket. So they're the kind of, for me, it's I'm not so, and then I go off somewhere and have a holiday.
Yeah, but when you get on holiday, do you want to just sit there and watch everyone else having fun, or do you want to have fun?
My fun is different. I go there because I want to enjoy the area, have nice food, really have nice cuisine, different cuisine.
Yeah, but it's also to talk to people,
And
right? You like talking to people.
talk to people about I like passing time. Like
Yeah.
you said, I'm just passing time.
No,
I'm kind of in a bit of a waiting. I
just passing time
kind
would
of feel
be
mentally I'm in a bit of a wait.
just passing time would be going to, like I said, going to the cafe and just sitting on your own, watching everyone else have conversations. You're actively getting involved with the conversations.
I'm never on my own. I'm never on my own.
Exactly.
I'm very well known at the cafe,
I'm
so
just trying
I
to
haven't. There'll be a
I'm just
group
trying
of
to
people.
reflect back to you that based on what you've said, it sounds like you want to live life. But every time I ask you about this, it seems like you're trying to make excuses to say, do you know what? I like to watch. And it's like, that's your choice. It's your choice what you want to do. I'm not going to force you to go one way or the other. It's your choice in life. Everyone's got free will. But you got the option. And you are saying one thing, and then you say another thing that's contradicting what you're doing. So,
Right. I think my rhythm is different compared to previous. So I think my rhythm is different. So I have a routine and I do that and I come in and I just do the things I need to do. And I think I just for now, that's enough. I'm not when I was doing
why is
the
it
act,
enough? Do you have joy in your life? Do you have happiness in your life?
I'm content. Have contentment. Well, happiness. Yeah, I've heard this before. Don't you want to be happy? I think happiness, Daman, is a very fluid state. Because that can be removed by something going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's only if it's external. If your happiness is external, then
most
it can be.
most happiness is
No,
external.
yeah, for most people, but
Most happiness,
if you're on the
it'll
spiritual
be dependent
journey,
on the
you find the
relationship you're
peace.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in the spiritual journey, you're trying and you're saying you're content, you find that peace within you, and that peace within you gives you that happiness, which you can.
I have. Yeah. I have a very solid. That's why I ignored this guy. I have a very solid sense of self, and that comes from a spiritual place. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not dependent on other people. So that's why I was saying with this guy today. I thought, all right, maybe I might kind of explore and see where he goes. But I do have things going on. I can't just brush things under the carpet and ignore things. That's the point. So I do things at a stage. So I kind of think, right, I've got to sort these issues out over the next things I have to do, and then after that, I'm free.
That's fine. That's completely sensible. That's
and I treat myself to a very nice holiday because I haven't been on holiday for 10 years. Yeah, whereas I used to be abroad all the time. Then I go away there, I lie on a beach. I don't care about my big belly. Do you know what I mean? And what was quite funny was actually the guy I met today was bigger than me. So I thought there would never be an issue there. So I was kind of progress. I was processing this information thing over. He's not going to be because my mate is always complaining about my belly. I thought, well, so this guy won't be in a position to have a kind of a thing around that. So really, what I think.
So you've got some happiness then. Because that was I asked you about happiness, and then you were like, "Oh no, what happiness is overrated. It goes when it's usually external." But like I said, happiness comes from the peace that you have within. So you've got happiness then.
I have a peace. I have a contentment and I have a peace. But I just think happiness is a very different thing. I think happiness is a thing. And I have had periods when I was like this before, where I was like so excited to go to bed because I was so excited to wake up in the morning because of some reason or something I was doing. Do you know? I've had that, but it's not where I'm at the moment. Yeah. So.
But are you stopping yourself
where I'm at the moment?
It's because it's
no.
Like I said, it's your life, it's your choice, free will, and everything. But it sounds like you want to go exploring with this guy. You want to experience life, but at the same time, you're trying to hold yourself back.
It's just I tell you what the issue with the thing with this guy was I felt it was safe.
What's wrong with
safe? You know what I mean? I know there's nothing wrong with safe, but I felt it was safe for it was safe for me. I thought I would be the one not calling the shots, so to speak, but I thought I kind of just felt there was something there on a level where I thought, oh, this could this could be interesting.
Mm.
I'm not I don't feel that I want to get involved with new relationships or new
But it's safe.
new.
You said you want safety and
Yeah.
comfort, and it sounds like the universe
I think that's what
served this up for you to go. Here you go. Here's safety and comfort, and you've gone.
Yeah.
But I'm in my routine. Sometimes you got to step out
Well,
the routine, embrace the chaos.
Yeah, but that's part of it. I know, but damn, and my point is, I'm kind of, I do things a particular way, so I get up and, it's all very simple. For me, it's all about the very simple things. It really is about taking care of myself, looking after myself, having
That's the
a
basics
decent meal.
That's the basics of life.
It's about it, but they're the things that kind of have important to me at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Well,
Once you've taken care of the foundation, at some point you've got to build a house, right?
Why can't I just do like you do and just sleep on top of the foundation?
No, because what I do is something stupid.
That's what you would do now. That's what you would do now. But you would think, oh, fuck, I'll just lie down here on this foundation.
Yeah, it's fine. It's grass, it's fine. But you know what I mean? But the thing is, the reason I do it is different. I'm not doing it because I feel safe there. I'm doing it because I felt challenged. It was a challenge for me to walk the 2 journeys I did before. Even this 3rd journey, even though it wasn't as long, it was still a challenge. More of a mental challenge than it was a physical challenge. But the other 2 were mental, physical, and spiritual challenges. Each one had its role to play within my life to teach me more about myself and teach me more about the world. So there was some kind of like end goal with it. It wasn't going to be like, oh no, I'm going to stay in survival mode where I'm in poverty forever, where I am just barely scraping by. No, I don't want to just scrape by. I want to enjoy life as well. I want to be involved in life.
Right, I'm not in that. I mean, the thing about it is, so I was doing the eBay, and that was a big thing. When I moved here, I had a 2nd bedroom in my last flat, so I was able to get a very big income from that. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of facilitated me traveling in a very kind of comfortable way. I didn't have to worry about money. When I was away and checked my bank account, through when I'm coming back, I was actually saving money by being away. Do you know what I mean?
You're spending less on food where you spend a tenner at the Moroccan place, you'd probably spend £1 or £2 wherever you were at.
Yeah, I was saving money. So basically, so I don't have. I want to go away, lie on the beach. When I get a bit of sun. If I'm really honest, my mental state is very dictated by my health situation. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm waiting for some other appointments that I might be lucky enough to get in April. And they've turned around. The appointments are not due till October. Yeah. But I've been having conversations.
Trying to get it moved up.
And they said, look, Damien, we might be able to get you in by April because we don't have much of a list, kind of. And so I have to fight for when it comes to these kind of appointments, and they're quite a big part of my life. These kind of particular appointments I'm talking about. So I have to fight for all this kind of stuff.
But I think your phrase that you used there was quite important. You said it's a part of your life. It is not your life. It's a part of your life. The rest of your life, like I'm gonna throw something out there. Obviously, like I say, everything is your choice, your life. You could do what you want. But based on what you've told me, I would think that the best thing to do wouldn't be to go on holiday, not to spend that money on holiday. If you're
I'm going to spend very little on.
I know you were. I know you were.
Is that going to be?
I know you were, but it's just because you said that you're stuck in survival mode at the moment, mainly probably because of your health rather than finances, because you do your antique stuff and you've got a beautiful, lovely apartment there with a massive piano.
Oh no!
So you did pretty well. You did pretty well monetarily, but what I was going to say was maybe, obviously, we have loads of options in life. You could go whichever pathway you feel is necessary, but I see a potential where you could end up getting closer to this person. You could end up going to the
no,
going to.
no.
Let me
I
just
would say no. I think.
let me finish,
Yeah.
and then you could say no, and you could tell me why afterwards. You could go get closer with this person, end up getting to know them better, end up challenging yourself and doing something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, and maybe end up this summer going down to the beach somewhere local. Maybe you go down to Bournemouth or Margate or whatever, and then you get your beach holiday. You have your experience. You get to share life, because life isn't meant to be solitary. You want to share it with people, and maybe it leads to something else in the future. Maybe it doesn't, but you kind of let life unfold for you rather than being so. Because like you say, with the Muslims, where they've got the rules and the rules and the rules and the rules, and then they don't let life happen. I kind of see that with your situation, where I understand this health aspect, I understand the appointments and everything you got to keep, and I understand that does make it hard to deal with a lot of mental issues because you are thinking about your health. But that's like you said, not me. It's only a part of your life. Your life is bigger than just your health. Your life is bigger than just surviving. Your life is bigger than just being a watcher. Unless you want to. Like I said, the choice is always yours.
I think it kind of goes back to saying it's just where I'm at, and I recognize myself that when I do have a, walk and have a trip abroad and lie on a beach and I have a very good book here that I bought and I haven't even started reading it, and I was so excited to get the book. I read the preface. You know what I mean? And it's been there almost a month. So I'm just in a different. I think it's probably partly. It's probably saying about my health, but I think it's. I think I'm just in a different space within myself. I'm in a quieter place. And I just kind of think that's okay. I think you go through different stages, and I think sometimes you just need to be where you're at.
As long as as long as you understand it is just a phase and it's not just an excuse for staying there, because a lot of times I needed to take that first step, but I've made excuses about this, that, I could justify anything. We could all do this. We could all justify.
No, I totally agree with that. No, I could you're totally right, but I could justify everything. I'm the best. I'm like Iblis. I'd be the best deceiver and the best justifier.
You're learning from the best.
I'm learning from the best. I think the whole thing about me going on Islamic streams, partly boredom, partly because I don't understand how, in my head, how they could be so naive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? That's how I see it. I say, are you really that thick? Do you know what I mean? So I come from that, and then I come from the experiences that I had, other metaphysical experiences, where I just want to say to people, "Oh, please wake up for us today." So I probably just took that on as a thing to kind of, it's a play, it's something to play with. So my friend actually who lives in Liverpool, he's like, Damien. Now here's what I have to do. But he's my friend of over 30 years. We used to work together. And so he'll send me things about skin improvements. I just get constant things, links to Facebook or links to Instagram about new discoveries, how to make your skin brilliant. And he wants me to run down to Hardy Street and throw loads of money at my face. You know what I mean? So, and the fact that I'm not doing that, and I did do it before, the fact that I'm not doing that kind of is actually a positive thing and showing where I'm at.
I think that's fine, but that's nothing to do with living life. That's more about being a bit self-centered and being a bit focused on your outward appearance rather than the inner work.
Well, but a lot of my stuff is around. Yeah, but a lot of my stuff is around that, man. A lot of my stuff is around going through a very quite difficult changes in my appearance because of my health. And sometimes that can be very difficult to deal with mentally for me when I look in the mirror. Sometimes I just avoid mirrors. I have a real issue with mirrors. So that can really mess me up. I could be in a good mood
Mm.
and then see myself in the mirror and completely go down.
I've got the
Do you know
I've
what I
got the
mean?
opposite problem. I have to avoid mirrors because I end up staring too long.
Well, you see,
I am the devil. I'm in
that's
love with
your
myself.
well, that's fine. And I say go there while you can, because well, what I would normally say to people is age comes to us all. I think sometimes I get caught up a lot in my health issues and the changes because of my health and forget the fact that a lot of it is more about aging and cigarettes. Do you see what I mean? So I can justify it, like I said,
Mm.
I can justify, So basically these appointments that I get, I remember, so I go to the hospital and they put filler in my face.
Oh, okay. Is
Like,
that like the face filler thing?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, face filler, yeah, basically. So I had it done for 2 years. I do over about 2 years, and I get about 5 treatments over about 2 years. It lasts about 2 years, supposed to last, and it's like collagen, basically, because I have a condition called lipodystrophy.
Okay.
Okay.
Not heard of that one.
Well, most people wouldn't be aware of it, but it's caused by the old medication I was on, the
Okay.
early HIV medication.
Okay, so I remember
what
you
it-
saying that the lipo means removing. No, lipo
yeah,
means fat.
yeah. So yeah,
And the other one means atrophy. So lipo.
I have both. I have both.
Yeah, so that means
I
that
have lipoatrophy and
the fat in your skin keeps getting dissolved by the medication you're on.
no. What happens is the fat tissue
Mm-hmm.
tears away throughout your
okay.
body, so the fat can't stick to anything.
Oh, okay. So it's just wobbly.
So if you
a bit too loosey goosey.
Yeah, no, it just dissolves in the thing. So basically, in the phase, and generally, so I've got lipoatrophy and lipodystrophy. So it was interesting you said lipoatrophy.
Mhm.
So the lipoatrophy is where it redistributes the fat.
Okay.
So some people get a buffalo hump on the back of their neck.
Okay. I never knew that. I've seen it,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that was what was causing it.
Yeah. So so some people who are HIV, they get a buffalo hump, and so the fat, when they get a big buildup of fat on the back of the neck, and they have to go and have it surgically removed, under hospital. Other people get so the fat I have is called visceral. It's subcutaneous. Anyway, it's not normal fat that exercise in my stomach. I have a big bulge in my stomach, so it won't shift from exercise because it's around my organs. So it's visceral fat around my organs.
And are you trying to get
You
rid of
see
it?
what I mean? So it's not. You can't get rid of it. That's the point.
Fasting.
You can't get rid of it. No, it just. I've looked at other things. There's loads of things, but this is a condition. This is part of the condition.
I don't believe in conditions. These doctors don't know jack shit. I'm telling you, I am the fucking devil. These guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just pump you full of drugs.
You wrote the Quran, so what can I say?
Exactly. If I wrote the Quran, I told you how babies are made. So if I could do that, I'm telling you, these doctors don't know what they're talking about. They understand the body from the physical aspect.
It is. This is what I say. It is what it is. I don't get overly. Because this is what I say. When I go on a holiday, I lie in my bed. I have my, when I'm on the holiday, and I have my headphones, I have my iPod, and I'm listening to all my different music.
No, I understand. It's not. I'm not saying it because of the fat belly. I really don't give a shit about the fat belly. I'm saying it because what you end up doing is when you start listening to these other people with their opinions and you believe those opinions as facts, you've now allowed something external to control your mind. Where you are now, like you said yourself, your health affects your mental state a lot. Why? Because they've told you all this negative shit that you're fucked, you're never going to get better from this, you got to keep taking these drugs, you got to do this, you got to do that. And you replay that in your head, and it just ends up taking more effect in yourself, in your body. Like, you've heard the phrase, you are what you eat?
Yeah.
So people who eat junk food will look like junk food. You are what you think. People who think negatively will usually look quite negative in their appearance.
But yeah, my thinking, the man, to be very, very honest, is I have a different kind of a thinking. Yeah. So I'm the type of person I will look at what I have achieved. So I will look at the things I've overcome, like the fact that I'm 32 years down the line living with this condition, like the fact I'm 20 years sober and haven't run back to the bottle under times of stress. Um, like the fact, all those kind of things. I don't think I do see myself as a survivor, and you may kind of misconstrue that saying at that moment I'm just surviving with. So basically, what happened is I got to the hospital. They put this. I get about 40 injections in my face. Very painful. Yeah. And the first time I had it done, I'll just give you kind of an example of this. When I went through that period where I told you people I felt really struggled to go outside my flat.
Yep. You were always wondering whether people were looking at you or what they were thinking.
Yeah, I felt very exposed. I felt very, very vulnerable, very exposed, because it's like somebody is taking away that security blanket, you know. And then basically, I went to see this doctor at the hospital my first time I had my treatment. Dr. Hanna, he's like this 75-year-old Indian man. And so he was like part of the clinic, but only for this treatment. And he'd done all these injections in my face. And when I came out, I looked like I'd been stung by a thousand
I was
bees.
thinking that, yeah. Probably red and swollen.
So my whole face was just like,
yeah,
like that. And when I got in the bus, and I mean, I shared this with a lot of people, even with like people who know me professionally, medically. I said it was the most weirdest mental thing, because even though people were looking at me because my face was different, it was such a buzz because I knew they weren't looking at me because I was looking gaunt. Do you see what I mean? It was because my face was swollen. So it was mentally, it was such a, I got a real kick out of it. So I had to see him and every 3 months or whatever it was. And they just kept it, and it kind of, over time, it starts to expand in your face. So I got about 2 years out of it. So they stopped. I had the last one done in, I think, 22. There was an issue because of the whole COVID thing. But when I get that done, that does give me a lift. That does give me a really psychological.
But that means you lied to me.
Yeah.
That means you lied to the devil.
Why?
You said you were content.
Why is that?
How are you content?
I am
No, you're not content if your self-worth comes from your external appearance.
There is no, you can't ignore it. The man to kind of, until you go through something like this, it'll be very hard to understand how it can affect you. Do you know what I mean? Now, look, I'm not saying I look.
No, you don't look. You don't look like you're dying. You don't look like you're a skeleton. You don't look. You look like Damien. You look like.
No, totally.
You look like who you're supposed to be. You look
no,
well for your age.
But I'm just, you're right.
You've got all these positives that you ignore because you allow your insecurity
I don't ignore them. That's kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier. I have a very high sensitivity, and that's because of a lot of that is because of stuff that's going on with me. And when I see people like this idiot I was talking about, I don't care enough about. I haven't developed a relationship with them over a long period. I care enough to really go there, because my first port of call is self-preservation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's survival mode. That's survival mode. That's not contentment. That's not contentment. No, again, that's more like, oh shit, I don't want this person to take my energy or to drain me of energy, or I don't want to be. I'm not. You're not content in that situation. Okay. No, but you're saying that you're content, but you have to be specific when you say you're content. You have to say, "Oh, I am content with just being a watcher."
No. I'm content with myself, with who I am. That's what I'm content with. I'm content with that. I feel. I have no doubt that my mind. That there's enough that we're going to go on wherever that is. I feel like you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm on The Apprentice. I'm at the final interview. And it's like, Mr. So-and-so, now these are your options. Do you want to come down to hell with me, or do you want to go up to the Jannah? You know,
Oh, yeah.
so, and I'm discussing the options. You know,
Well,
so no, I have a
it could
contentment.
be. It could be. You never know.
Yeah, but no, I do have a contentment. Look, I think if I didn't have a contentment, I wouldn't be making the right decision by going to see my mom tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And recognizing how important that is to
No,
do
but
that.
you're not doing that from
You know,
contentment. You're doing that from guilt. You said yourself that you haven't seen her since last May,
I'm doing
and
it.
that you
I'm
really should do
doing.
something. So that's not coming from a
I'm
place of
doing.
I want to go see
Yeah,
her.
I'm doing. No, I'm doing it from a few different things playing out.
Yeah.
But I just think it's just the right thing to go. You know, my sister's giving me grief. She won't even respond to my messages about certain things. So I don't have a particular relationship with her. I'm good. I don't speak to anyone. I have 5 siblings. I don't speak to any of them. So it's more. I think what it is, I have more of an awareness now, and I think that that comes from age, and that comes from going through things.
Yeah.
You know,
Experience. Yeah.
so and experience and different things that happen. So I have more of an awareness. So I think I'm just more in a, all right, Damien, this is what has to happen now. You need to go and see your mom because your mom's 77. You could get a call saying something's happened, and you could really give yourself a hard time, if you hadn't
Yeah, but
seen it.
once again,
So,
that's from guilt. It's not a position of I hope to rekindle our relationship or create a new relationship.
I
It's,
no, I don't hope to rekindle our
yeah,
relationship or create a new relationship.
but the aspect you're coming from is from a place of not contentment. It's coming from a place of fear. That's what I'm trying to get to. I understand you're going to rationalize it and figure it out to justify, like I said,
What
I
I'm
could do as
talking
well.
about, well, hold on. In relation to talking about my mother, it's been a particularly crazy life existence that I've had because of my mother's drinking, and unfortunately, we've never been allowed to, speak our minds as children as to how we were affected by it, because we would be blackmailed. We would be blackmailed saying, "Oh, you're going to put me back on the drink," So
Emotional
my
blackmail.
kind of situation,
Emotional blackmail.
yeah, totally. My
Mm.
mother is great at it, So my kind of thinking now in relation to my mother is, I'm just glad that she's sober for the last 7 years and that she has quality to her life. Um, and I don't feel I have to be worried or anxious about her all the time, thinking what situation she's going to get herself in because of booze. So I'm just enjoying that peace, because I have enough going on with myself to concentrate on. I can't, I don't have the energy to really kind of go there again. It takes a lot out of me.
Well, you don't
So
have
my
to
kind of
relive the
situation,
past. You don't have to relive the past in order to build that new relationship. You could,
I
you've got
don't
something.
want to build it.
But you,
Hold on, man. I don't know where you're going with this. I don't need or want to build a new relationship. I'm just coming from a place of being aware of my age, my mother's age, where she's at the moment, and just doing the right thing in the sense of being the dutiful son, within certain limitations and boundaries. So that's all. I'm not out to
I hear what
have
you're
this
saying.
whole.
I hear what you're saying, but the reason I keep bringing this up is because, like I say a lot on this channel, intention matters a lot.
Mm.
So you could do two things. You could kill someone. You could do. Sorry, two people kill someone. So two people have died, but one of them intended to kill them out of anger, and the other person intended to protect someone, and accidentally killed them. Intention matters. So when you say, "Oh, I want to go see my mum because of this and this, and I'm gonna feel guilty and this," the intention there isn't coming from a place of hope, truth, love,
No,
compassion,
it's coming.
contentment. It's
No,
coming
it's not.
from fear. And
No,
that's
no,
why
no, well,
I'm just trying to get you to self-reflect a little bit. Obviously, you're gonna do what
that's
you're gonna do.
okay. That's I still, but you see, they, those emotions are okay. They're kind of self protection things for me, because if I don't go and see my mother tomorrow,
Mm.
and I've gone to Speaker's Corner with my umbrella and got washed out like everybody else, protecting everybody with my umbrella, you know what I mean? I would guilt trip myself for the next however long. And a lot of that would be because my mother would do that for me as well, by the things she would say. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to play a video now. I'm sorry, because this is going to be about chakras. It's the video we started to watch yesterday. I'm gonna play the full version because
Right, I have to get into the bath, man.
sorry,
I need to have a shave and get in the bath.
it's not a long video. Don't worry, and we'll play it
But
from.
when you say the full version, that's the fair recorded to me.
We'll play the first three because the first three is, like I said, most people are living in the bottom three chakras, and we'll watch the we'll listen to the first three, and then you could just tell me.
I'm floating between all the chakras. I'm up and down. I'm floating around. Like, woo, it's a lovely tree. That's a lovely bird. Oh, I want to kill you.
All right.
You know what I mean? I'm floating all over the place.
Let's have a quick look at this first. Chakra is survival, and it's blocked by fear. So when you are living in fear, you're not able to release the base chakra, the survival part of you. You can't move past it because you're stuck in survival mode. We'll keep going for the next two as well. But once again, like the guru said, once you start on this path, you got to go all the way. You can't go part way. So, like I said, the choice is yours. But I'm just going to give you a bit of just basically the first three. Like I said to everyone yesterday, I highly recommend watching that in your own time and kind of pausing it at certain stages and kind of reflecting. But that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm saying that these chakras, these energy centers, they want to be in a flow state, and in order to be in this flow state, you can't be stuck with fear. I get fear is part of life. It's not about denying fear is there. It's just about making sure that you acknowledge the fear, you face the fear, but you then choose to move with hope, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and all the good stuff.
Well, yeah, I kind of do a bit of that. Actually, I've noticed myself recently in certain things. Kind of being in that kind of awareness about that kind of stuff, and that's mostly about not, recognizing where other triggers and not engaging it and thinking, not feeding it. You know what I mean? So kind of, okay, that's there now. Leave it. Let's just have a low level.
That sounds like avoidance to me.
It's just another way of coping.
Yeah.
It's just another coping mechanism.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, the choice is always going to be yours on what you want to do in life. But if you want to keep going down the spiritual journey, this is the kind of work you'd have to do. It's going to be hard. It's going to be crazy. It will test you. But that's the journey you got to take. If you want to be a watcher, that's easy. Being a watcher is easy. You just chill. You do nothing.
Yeah. Well, just for the moment, for the moment, man, I'm okay. Like I said, for me, I just keep it in the day. That's where my head's at. And
that's up to you. But like I always say, I am the devil. I have to convince you to come to the dark side.
Sorry, actually, yeah. So I was just going to say, absolutely, I shouldn't be listening to anything you tell me.
No.
I'm going to the light, my friend. I'm going up to the light. I'm up here in the higher chakras. So I know you're wrong for me. I know everything you're telling me is wrong.
Perfect. As long as you know where you're going. As long as you're happy with where you're going. That's all that matters. You follow in your heart.
I'm going to Jenna.
You want your 72 versions.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to have become hetero on the way in.
I'm going to let you go have your shave. Go have your shave and do what you need to do. But it was a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah. What time are you going to stream till?
I'll keep streaming for about maybe another hour and see if anyone wants to come up and ask the devil any questions. If not, I'll just sit here, chill, talk to myself, watch a few videos, and enjoy life. Living it!
All right, then.
All right, man. You have a good night. Take care.
Okay. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Since he's gone, we'll watch the rest of this video. Oh. Hashtag not sponsored.
Pickles?
That was awesome. I love that show. Such a good show. Highly recommend watching that to anyone as well. But that was the explanation of the chakras and how it's all about working working on your inner self. It's not about some magical rituals. It's not about praying 50 times a day. Nothing to do with any of that. It's about going inside, going into the deep cave inside and dancing with the shadows within you and letting the light within you dissolve those shadows and realize that the shadows are just shadows of things that aren't really scary. You know what I mean? When you shift your perspective, if you're not looking at the shadows that are cast on the wall, but you start looking at what's casting the shadows, you're like, oh, okay, is that it? So it's kind of similar to the Plato's allegory of the cave, which is funny because yesterday when I was talking to Damien, he mentioned something about the Buddha being in a cave. And I was thinking, I was going to mention it at the time, but we changed topics a few times and I didn't want to go backwards. But I think the allegory of the cave also represents itself within the Buddha story. I don't think he was literally sitting inside a cave. I think it was that he was in a cave and then he left the cave to go be in the world. He never came back to the cave to... Well, I guess he did come back to the cave because when he went out and he spoke to people, he didn't just say, oh, I'm just going to be chilling, doing my own thing and just leave everyone to their own thing. He was like, no, let me get involved. Let me get involved and try and wake as many other people up as I can. So yeah, I think Buddha with the allegory of the cave, and I think there's other mystics or prophets, like even Muhammad. Muhammad was in a cave as well when he got that revelation from the angel Gabriel. And I think it's more of the allegory of the cave. It's the cave within you, the deep, hollow part of you where you are trying to fill with external things. Those external things that you're trying to fill this hole with will never get filled. It's only when you go inside yourself and you end up lighting that fire within you in your heart that you can end up then seeing the light, seeing the truth, and then you could then hopefully tell other people about the truth. Or you could just not. Up to you. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. But yeah, really, really good, powerful thing with that cartoon with the chakras. Really amazing stuff. But like the guru said at the beginning, it's a journey that you kind of, once you start, you have to kind of complete. So don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't do it for anything other than the journey and growth. If you're doing it for the journey and the growth, then that would be good for you. But if you're doing it for any kind of other, oh, I could be special, oh, I could do, you know what I mean? If it's any of that, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get involved. It's all about finding truth, compassion, love, humility, contentment, and hope within yourself, and then sharing that with others. That's where the journey leads to. Spoiler alert. But the choice is always going to be yours. The choice is always going to be yours. Anyone else got any questions for the devil? Or I'm going to go off on another spiel. I'm going to talk about something else for a little bit. If you've got any questions. You could drop them in the chat, or you could come up on stage and ask your questions. In the meantime, I'm going to put on a quick song and come back to ya. Let's go with Hope. Gotta have hope.
Yeah, I've been through the shadows, walked in the night, seen the world get heavy, try to crush my light. The hope keeps burning deep in my soul, the flame that won't fade, yeah, it keeps me whole. When life gets rough and the clouds roll in, hope is the anchor that pulls me again. In the darkest of times, when all seems lost, hope breaks through no matter the cost. Hope never dies, it shines through the pain, through every storm, every drop of rain. When the world goes dim and I'm down to my knees, hope lifts me up, sets my spirit free. They say light can't shine without a little dark. Hope's that spark, yeah, it ignites the heart. When the path ain't clear and the road feels long, hope gives me strength, makes me strong. I've seen despair try to steal my fight, but hope keeps pushing like day through night. It's a voice in my head saying keep going strong, tells me I'm right where I belong. Hope never dies, it shines through the pain, through every storm, every drop of rain. When the world goes dim and I'm down to my knees, hope lifts me up, sets my spirit free. endless rain. It's a light that heals, it's a balm for pain. It don't fade, don't break, don't bend. It's the beat of my heart, my forever friend. So when I'm lost, I look to the sky, hopes in the stars. It's the reason why I stand, why I rise, why I keep on fighting. Hope's my armor when the world starts biting. It whispers, hold on, don't give up yet. Through every tear, through every regret, hope's the fire that never goes out. Through every struggle, every doubt, hope never dies. It shines through the pain, through every storm, every drop of rain. When the world goes dim and I'm down to my knees, hope lifts me up, sets my spirit free. Hope's like the sun after endless rain. It's a light that heals, it's a balm for pain. It don't fade, don't break, don't bend. It's the beat of my heart, my forever friend. So when I'm lost, I look to the sky. Hope's in the stars, it's the reason why I stand, why I rise, why I keep on fighting. Hope's my armor when the world starts biting. It whispers, hold on, don't give up yet. Through every tear, through every regret, hope's the fire that never goes out. Through every struggle, every doubt, through every struggle, every doubt, hope never dies.
Hope never dies. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay. Yep, still no questions in the chat. I guess nobody wants to ask the devil anything. Why the hell does the devil get such a bad rap if nobody wants to ask him anything? Nobody wants to shout at him or anything. It's like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, cool. We'll just carry on chilling, watching random videos. Let's see, what else have we got? What is YouTube gonna show us? What does it want us to see? What does the algorithm want us to see? Oh, I dropped a couple of new shorts as well today, so that's just popped up on my thing. That's what I was laughing at. Me and the devil mask talking to the sheikh. Yeah, the storm was crazy apparently. A lot of trees fell over, a lot of damage. I think 10 people died. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, nothing on here is looking appealing to me at the moment. Nothing's calling out to me. Yeah, cool. We'll come back to the videos in a little bit. See if something else triggers me to go over to YouTube's. To the YouTubes. In the meantime, I'll just keep chatting my thing. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, the chakras are a kind of like a guide, but it's not about these magical centers that you can go into, or yeah, it's more about connecting to yourself. It's more about connecting to yourself, and trying to find the truth within, because the truth is within everyone. The truth is always going to be within everyone. It's not something external you need to find. It's something you need to sit and think about. I'm sure the first person who decided to break rocks and extract minerals and then melt them down didn't do this from learning it from someone else. They went within. They went within to learn this. They thought, oh, these rocks have got shiny bits to them. I wonder if I could collect enough of these shiny bits. And they did whatever, broke the rock, collected these shiny bits, and they went, oh, cool. Maybe if I could do something to make the shiny bits come together. I could try water. Nope, water done nothing. Let me try this. Let me try that. Okay. Go through all the things, and then they go, let me try fire. Boom. And they start seeing that, oh, some of the minerals are starting to come together and form a solid block. Cool. We just learned metallurgy. You know what I mean? It comes from here. It's not someone external that will teach you this. It's from you thinking, observing yourself, observing the world, and learning to work with it rather than against it. You know? Right now, as you can see in the world, we have a lot of issues. But wait, let me just sort the mic out a little bit. Yeah, we have a lot of issues in the world at the moment, but it's because people are not taking care of the world. They are extracting resources. They are destroying beautiful green luscious fields and forests to build concrete homes where it's devoid of all life, and it's not living with nature. It's not living in the balance with nature. That's living against nature. That's why the world's in such a shit show at the moment. You know, all these greedy people, all the people living in lust, anger, greed, attachment, pride, and fear. It's because the way they see the world. They see the world as something that needs to be used rather than something that needs to be nurtured. So it's a simple understanding that we've got to work with nature. We've got to work with ourselves because we are part of nature. We have to get the brain and the heart to unify. It's a journey. It's a journey, but it starts from within. It always starts from within. It doesn't start externally. It doesn't start from the Quran. It doesn't start from the Bible. It doesn't start from any of these books. It starts from within. The books can help you along the way, but the journey has to start from within. This is why you've got people who've been Muslims all their life and they've not grown. You've got people who are Christians all their life, they've not grown, because they're looking at the book for all the answers. They're not looking within for the answers. Like I said, not to shit on the books. The books can be used as guidance while you're on that inner journey, but just to rely on the books to do all the work for you is insane. It's absolutely insane. I think people need to understand that your journey in life is your journey. No one else is going to walk it for you. Only you can walk it. And sometimes it will be lonely. Sometimes you'll be sitting on stream with 1 or 2 people watching. Sometimes you'll have loads of people. It is what it is. You have the ups and the downs. You know what I mean? It's a journey. It's a journey. Journey to freedom, to life, to hope. And I think people would appreciate the journey at its end. Obviously, during the journey, they might be effing and blinding at me, saying, "Oh, you devil, you tricked us. So much pain, so much anguish, so much crap." But it's like, yeah, but you've overcome that crap now. And look how much better you are. You're free. You're free. You don't want to be stuck in the slave system where it's just draining you of all life, where you're not actually living life. You're not having the dream you want. You know? You want to have the dream you want in life. You don't want to have other people's dreams for you. Because I can tell you that most people, unfortunately, are selfish. Most people are unfortunately selfish. Doesn't mean that all people are selfish. It just means that most people are. But the people who are selfish tend to make a bigger impact on your life because they are trying to keep you down so that they could be higher. They stand on your backs while they stand tall. So in order to avoid that, you need to stand up. You need to stand up and not let anyone walk over your back. Not let anyone destroy your dreams or your hopes for the future. You know, you got to have hope for the future. It's, as Damien said earlier, when he would have something to do in the morning and he was excited about it, he'd be excited to go to sleep, he'd be excited to wake up, he'd be excited to go do the thing. That's where you want to be in life. You want to be excited. You want your heartbeat racing for life, not for fear, not for pain or anguish. You want it to beat loudly for hope. You know? So stand up. Obviously, your choice. Your choice. Everything is your choice. Okay? Everything in life is your choice. You could choose where you want to go. I'm not forcing this upon anyone. The choice is yours alone, and no one can make this choice for you because no one can walk this road for you. You'd have to walk it. You can walk with other people, but they'd have to be on the journey with you, or they would have had to done the journey already in order to walk it with you, because it's sometimes nice to have a guide. You know, it doesn't mean you don't get to experience life. It just means that you get to have an experienced guide walk you through these situations in life. And there's loads of people out there. There's loads of people out there that can help you on this journey in life. There's loads of, like, I don't like using this term, but it's true, self-proclaimed gurus online that are like, oh yeah, we're enlightened, we could do this, we could do that. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out in certain situations if you're having a tough time. Getting out of focus. Let's get back into focus. And it's not about trampling on other people's dreams to get to yours. It's about you lifting up your own dreams. Nobody's going to lift up your dreams for you. No one else. They're too busy focused on their own dreams. Or they're focused on stepping on your back to push up their own dreams. So, raise up your dreams. Raise up your dreams. Look up. Don't be stuck with your head in the sand with people stepping on your back. Look for truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope in life, in yourself, and in others. You know? Because it's there. It's there. I've said this before. Even the most evilest person you could think of has some kind of hope, love, compassion, contentment, humility. They've got some element of that in their life. It's probably not as present as their anger or their pride or whatever, but it doesn't mean that those good things don't exist anymore. It just means that the light needs to shine even brighter in order for them to see their light, and then they could shine brighter for themselves. But once again, this is the personal choice. Okay, personal choice. The choice is yours. I'm not forcing it on anyone. I am the devil, but the devil also gives you free will. The devil allows you to use your free will. You know, when God, according to the Bible and all these other stories, when God told Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree, the snake or the devil or serpent or whatever you want to call it, or Iblis, he didn't turn up and shove the fruit in Eve's mouth. No, he talked to her. He said, hey, you know, the choice is yours. The choice is yours. But this is a potential outcome of this. Or you could go the other way. It's up to you. The choice is yours. And then she chose. So, yeah, how is someone a bad guy by saying that, by the way, you have free will? God's told you you've got free will. God's told you you've got free will. God said, don't eat from this. For the day you eat from it. So he said, don't eat from it. But the day you're going to eat from it. It's like, wait, if it's just a simple don't eat from it, don't invent the tree. Don't create the tree. Job done. If it's just don't eat from it, just say don't eat from it. Leave it as that. But God continues to say, for the day you will, then bad things are going to happen. And I think that's a healthy warning. God is just saying, look, you got free will. The choice is yours. And the devil's saying, hey, you got free will. The choice is yours. It's up to you whether you want to go and stay with your head in the ground or whether you want to pull your head out of the sand and look at the light and bask in the glow of love and life and unity and truth and compassion and all that beautiful stuff that we need more of in the world. And if you want to see change in the world, I've said this before, change comes from within. You gotta be the change. You gotta be the change you want to see in the world. If you want to see the world become a more dark place, become darker. If you want to see the world can become a lighter place, become lighter. If you want to see the world become a more balanced place, become balanced. Okay? The choice is always going to be yours. The choice is always yours. No one can force this choice upon you. No one can take this choice away from you. Not even God, because God gave you the choice. So this is why I keep saying to you guys, like, devil, he's got a bad rap. Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy. You know? He's just playing a role. Everyone's got their role to play. Do you really think Jesus is walking around going, oh, I'm the nicest person in the world. I'm the nicest. Oh, I'm the best. Or do you think he's still going around doing his thing, just doing his job? Do you know what I mean? Is his... I say this a lot as well. Your job doesn't define you. If you're a doctor, it doesn't mean you're a good person or a bad person. It just means that's your job. You're a doctor. If you're a soldier, it doesn't mean you're a good person or a bad person. It just means you're a soldier. How you do these things is what will define whether you're a good or bad person, whether you're a good doctor or a bad doctor. Are you treating your patients with compassion, with humility, with love? or are you treating them with anger, resentment, fear? You know, so that will make a good doctor or a bad doctor. A soldier. Are you a soldier that fights for truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope? Or are you a soldier that just gets paid and just doesn't care what he's told to do as long as he's getting paid because he's too stuck in fear, pride, lust, anger, and greed? You know, the choice is always going to be yours. But you need to be aware of the choice. You need to be aware that there is a choice, because a lot of people don't. Everyone's on autopilot mode. They just switch their brains off and they just la 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 la. Which is your choice again, if you really want to stay in autopilot mode. So you could stay in autopilot mode, you could become a watcher, or you could become a liver. Someone who actually lives. Someone who actually enjoys life, regardless of what's going on. Because from my experience, that's the best way to be. Ups and downs, trials and pleasures, trying to grow as much as I can and trying to appreciate it all, the good and the bad. Because the bad teaches me about myself, the bad teaches me about the world, the bad teaches me about a lot of different things. The good, same thing, teaches me about myself, teaches me about the world, teaches me about all sorts of things. So, up to you what you want to do. It's always going to be up to you what you want to do. Cool. No other questions at the moment. I'm not going to lie. I actually thought that this stream might get a few more new faces in there. I thought the Muslims might want to come up and try and tear Iblis a new one. But no. I guess they run off scared. Samir did come in, but he was just here to troll and call me sad for only having 2 people in stream. Which is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm not going to go in. I don't want to talk bad about him. I don't know much about him. But I will just explore the obvious. The fact that he does a lot of what I say Big Nose does. Projection. So he's come in and he's gone, wow, 2 people in the stream. Sad. Which shows that his self-worth comes from other people. His self-worth, he defines self-worth as how many people are watching you, because that's how he thought I would be affected. He was like, oh look, there's only 2 people watching, sad. That had nothing to do with me. It was all to do with his own projection. He was projecting his reality onto me, which I don't care. I've done streams where 0 people have watched. I don't care. I've done streams where 20 people have watched. It doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If someone wants to listen to it, they can. If they don't want to listen to it, they don't have to. If they want to watch it later, they can watch it later. The choice is always going to be yours. Okay? There's never something that's forced upon anyone. Especially anything I do. It's always going to be a choice. The choice is always going to be there. The choice is always there. Alright, so let's have a quick look at YouTube, see if I find an interesting video. I see one interesting video, but it's talking about chakras again. And I don't want to go into chakras again. What? Multiple Muslim threats towards non-Muslims. Your blood is halal. What the hell? Chris at Speaker's Corner dropped a new video 2 hours ago. I'm going to have to watch that later. That sounds crazy. Your blood is halal. Oh, I'm guessing that's probably going to be something silly like, oh, if you cut yourself during Ramadan when you're fasting and you put your finger in your mouth to stop the bleeding, have you broken your fast? I'm guessing that's where that's going. Maybe not. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something interesting that I haven't even thought of. But that'll be an interesting watch for later. Would watch it with you guys, but there's 15 minutes on the video, and I don't want to watch a full 15-minute video where I'm just leeching off other people's content without actually adding kind of my own 2 cents. Go back in focus. Yeah, I guess people are scared of talking to the devil. Funny people. Do you want to talk to the devil? Do you have a question for the devil? What do you desire? Alright, I'm going to use that as a little clip for later. Clip it. That's what I used to, when I used to watch streams a couple of years back, that's what I used to hear the streamers say, clip it, clip it. They had like a 20 odd kids in the chat who would be watching, and whenever you say clip it, they'd go, cool, I'll clip this. And then they'll post it on another platform. And it enabled the kids to make a little bit of money, and enabled the person creating the content to get a bit of free promotion. So it was a win-win for both of them. Not that I'm expecting anyone to do any clipping for me. I'll do it all myself. It's fine. I don't mind. I like a challenge. Life is the best challenge there is. Yeah. So it doesn't look like any Muslims want to talk, or any Christians. No questions for the devil. Absolutely insane. The amount they talk about the devil, you would think that they've got some questions, you know? They're always going, oh, the devil's going to lead you astray, the devil this, the devil that. Oh, don't. So, here's your chance to have a conversation with him. Well, the devil inside me anyway, at least. Because if you're not going to confront your own devil, I'm here. I'm here. Ooh. I'm going to take the mask off for a few minutes. It gets a bit sweaty underneath. There we go. Oh, that feels better. That feels much better. But I'm still the devil. Part of me is, anyway. The other part is light. The light and the darkness dancing together as one. Because we are one. One with each other, one with the universe, one within ourselves. We just got to realign. Gotta realign. Well, I say we gotta, but the choice is yours. I say we gotta just because I see the options. The option is stay in darkness and allow life to happen to you and live as a victim, or you can go to the light and rise above everything and be not affected by anything, or you could come somewhere in the middle with the light and the dark, where you are at peace with yourself, but you understand the darker aspects of life, and you're trying to bring balance within yourself for that. And like I said, with that, you then find balance outside of the world, because life exists with duality. Okay, life exists because of duality. If duality didn't exist, we would have no life. Okay, think about it. If life was just pure love and joy, you're not in life anymore. You're in heaven. You're dead. You're in heaven. If life was just pain, you're in hell. You're in hell. You need the balance. You need the balance. You want the light and the dark dancing together forever. Just so that the darkness complements the light, it doesn't destroy the light, and the light complements the darkness, and it doesn't destroy the darkness. Because obviously, if you have nothing but light, then there is no more darkness. If you have nothing but darkness, there is no more light. You need to have that balance. And how you have that balance is by not going to the dark side first, but by going to the light side first. So you could then walk into the dark side with the light to see what you need to see. And then, like I said earlier in the example I gave, you start seeing that the shadows aren't scary because what's causing the shadows isn't scary. You know? Problems always look more challenging than they are. It's only when you overcome challenges and obstacles that you look back and you go, okay, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't so hard. And it's the same thing with finding yourself, working on your inner journey into that cave of your heart and becoming the best version of you, not for anyone else, but for yourself. And it's not comparing yourself to others. You're only comparing yourself to yourself, who you were yesterday, and who you're going to be in the future. You know? Yeah. Be like gold. Gold doesn't tarnish. Doesn't tarnish, you know? I think gold is a good balance. It's precious, but it's rare. It's well, I think it's quite rare. It's rarer compared to other metals. But yeah, gold can be molded, but then when it takes shape, it could keep that shape. There's so many analogies, so many kind of different ways I could try and explain this, but the simple truth is essentially you want to be the best version of yourself for you, not for anyone else. A side effect is that when you are the best version of you, you help others around you, which is great. Because you don't want to help people for the sake of getting something in return. You know, like these Dawa channels do. They're like, oh, listen, you give us money and you'll get extra heavenly rewards when you get to heaven. At that point, it becomes transactional. And as soon as you're doing that, the intention behind what you're doing is selfish and it's not coming from a good place anymore. But if you work on yourself, you do the work, you find the light, you let the light shine within you, it can then allow you to allow that light to help lift others. But you can't walk that journey for them. It's up to them to walk that journey. Once again, everything comes down to free will. God gave us a choice. So I am not taking that away from anyone. Not me. Even though I am the devil, I'm not taking that choice away from anyone. Wait. Let me have a quick drink. Oh, I love a bit of Red Bull. I think it's the devil's favorite drink. Yeah, so same old shit I'm going to say, unless anyone's got a question for the devil. I don't see any questions in the chat. Nope, nada. It is what it is. So, stream will go on for another 10 minutes, and then I'll end it there. So, if you got any questions for the devil, now is your only chance, or forever hold your peace. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. Any questions for the devil? No topic is off the table. No topic is off the table. Cool. Yeah, no questions. I guess the world isn't ready to talk to the devil yet. It's alright. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm just looking at some videos that I was thinking of playing. This one looks good. 8 minutes long though. And the stream ends in 8 minutes, so not way too long. Screw it, I'll just talk for the next 3 minutes and then I will play a song to play us out. And who knows, maybe there will be someone last minute who comes up with a really good question for the devil. I doubt it, but I like to have hope. I like to see where life goes, you know? See what happens. Yeah, I'm just going to talk. I can't see any kind of particular video that's short enough that I would play. Wait. Ooh. Yeah, it's funny about Damien though, is that his username is the madness of life. But he wants to avoid the madness. It's like, no, embrace it. Embrace the madness. You know, if everyone was a carbon copy of each other, life would be pretty boring. How boring would life be if everyone was exactly the same? You know, the fact that we're individuals, the fact that we have our own ability to think and our own ability to create and come up with different things is beautiful. It's good. It's great. We need more of that in life. We don't need less of that. We don't need everyone to be exactly the same. Which is kind of funny because I think that's what, like, the right wing are very much about this. They're like, no, everyone has to be the same, conform, follow the rules, only white people in this country, only black people in this country, whatever the right wing is saying in that particular country. They just want everyone to conform and just be exactly the same, carbon copy. That's boring. That is boring. It's boring. Do you want to be the same as everyone else? Do you really want to be the same as everyone else, or do you want to be you? Do you want to be you? I think that's the most important question you can ask yourself is, do you want to be you? If you don't want to be you, then go on the journey. If you want to be you, then go on the journey. Yeah, I don't know. I think too many people like to keep control, and sometimes you got to let go of control. You got to let go of trying to control everything in life, because when you control everything in life, you don't get to see the beauty of life. You don't get to see, like I said, with my previous trips that I've done, with my trips that I went on, it was about letting go of control. It was about letting just the universe flow and just letting it take me where it needed to take me, you know? Sometimes it's important to navigate yourself, 100%. I've said this before, you need to learn how to navigate life, but navigate life with discernment. So when you do allow yourself to go with the flow a little bit, you're still using discernment to navigate that part of the water. If you need to steer your boat just slightly, you haven't got the sails down, you're not blowing with the wind, you're just going with the flow of the water, and then you could just steer. Oh, well, let's avoid those rocks. Oh, well, let's avoid that island. Let's go around it. Whatever the situation. You can then navigate using discernment. But you have to let go of this idea of control. We can't control anything. Like, to a degree. There's certain things we can control. I can control the fact that I pick this up and I throw it up and I catch it. You know, I can control that. But life in its grander scale, the domino effects, you can't control where they end up. You can never control where they end up. Like I've said before on the stream, when I was getting grilled, it was like, oh, you're an evil bastard. I'm like, yeah, sometimes, but not here, not in the situation you think. I've made the choice. I've tried to use truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope to make my choice. But if the dominoes end up falling and causing a bit of chaos, that was not my intention. That's life. That's the way life plays out. So you got to embrace the chaos, not force it, not try and cause chaos and try and be all crazy, but by being good, there will be knock-on effects that ends up leading to a bit of chaos. And the good isn't even like saintly. Like I said, it's not even about being saintly. I make so many mistakes all the time. I can get angry, I could get sad, I have emotions, okay? I have emotions. I'm not a robot. So when people try and be all saintly, they end up cutting a piece of themselves that they don't understand. And that's where life... How do I put this? That's where life, I want to say, comes to life. But I wanted to find a better way of saying it. Where you start using the light to embrace the darkness and, you know, letting the light and the dark dance together. The yin and the yang have to come together and dance together. It's not separate dances. There's not yin over here, yang over there, and they're doing their own separate thing. No, they're dancing together. It's the eternal race, the eternal chase, the eternal embrace. I'm gonna have to remember what I just said and do a little short on that. I like that. I don't even remember what I just said, but I know I liked it. I didn't expect to get any clips out of this stream, but I've got a couple. That's good. See? Life is good. Life is always good. Okay, 58. Perfect timing. Alright, so if you have any questions for the devil, unfortunately your chance has gone. The devil is now out of hours. If you want any questions from the devil, if you want to talk to the devil about anything, maybe I'll do this again one day. But at the moment, I'm going with the flow. I'm doing what I gotta do when I gotta do it. But we will end the song, end the stream with ooh, let's do Cosmic Dance. I really like Cosmic Dance. With Cosmic Dance. I hope you guys have a good evening. It is Saturday after all. I hope you guys are doing something interesting. Hope you're having a good time. Hopefully spending time with the family, enjoying every moment, or with your friends, and you're enjoying life. Hopefully. Hopefully. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Good night. Goodbye.
So unbound and flying free, looking for the one soul longing for me. Broken dreams create new hopes, collecting twigs to build our home. Praying the angels watch over you until the day we become true. Divine union my heart craves, a love that lasts till the end of days. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance. Let's walk into eternity, forever you and me. Life can be hard and tough, always know you are enough. Let me be your rock through the storm, the lighthouse calling you home. I will always be there to shine the light on your darkest fear, dispelling shadows that linger on, reminding you that we are one. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance. Let's walk into eternity, forever you and me. Ooh. Let's play together in this garden of love, diving deeper into souls from above. Two flames from a single wing, dancing together, wild and quick, bound by a rhythm soft yet free, moving as one in harmony. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance. Let's walk into eternity, forever you and me. Ooh, ooh. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance. Let's walk into eternity, forever you and me.